Do you think Marvel could have pulled off Secret Wars without Doctor Doom?
Sure.
Think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have. Okay. We're making Mondays great again, Adrian. Does it just have a nice sound to it?
Sure. Sure it does. I think that's a proper representation of Doom.
Somebody on Twitter is like, it looks just like this other Doom suit. I'm like, dude, it's Doom. What the fuck do you want it to look like? They were expecting red and yellow. Like, it doesn't look like Iron Man. Yeah, we know, bro. Everybody relax. Doom's not just armor. Like, the armor's not just for protection.
No.
His magic's infused in this armor.
A lot of people don't know about that side of Doom.
Right.
About the magic side of it. Remember, he was the Sorcerer Supreme at one point.
Right. Doom's probably going to be out for revenge for whoever caused these incursions.
Okay.
Which would be, I mean, name some fucking Wanda, Captain America, Strange, Loki, Spider-Man,
Captain Marvel,
maybe Hulk when he snapped and brought everybody back.
Right.
He's coming for motherfucking revenge, dude. He's like Tupac back in '96. You know, all you motherfuckers. He's taking shots. It's hit him up all over again. I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Yep.
I don't know who that would apply to in the MCU. Maybe that
was a song.
All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up?
What's up, dude? You know, I fucked that up last week, too. I'm pointing at you. I'm supposed to be hitting the button. You know,
it's all right.
All right, I'm Mike. That's Adrian. In case you were confused, you know.
Yeah, you know, after all this time, if you're still confused, we got a problem.
Yeah, we do.
But that's all right.
Oh, what's up, dude?
I'm thinking winter is not quite here yet.
No,
but it's definitely knocking on the door.
A little bit cooler.
It's
Yeah,
a little bit cooler.
I like it. I like
brisk.
It is brisk.
Yes,
it's brisk and crisp out there. You get the leaves, you know, everywhere rustling through the leaves.
You know what else you get?
What?
Fewer people outside.
That's true. That's one of my favorite aspects of this time of year.
I can go outside. I can drive. People aren't crawling all over the streets.
Right.
Bothering me. That kind of shit. I can just go do what I got to do. Come back.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a nice week. Hope everyone here had a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Now we're back through the grind, Adrian's Monday, you know. But this is AWAB out there, you know, another week, another banger.
Sure.
Also, MMGA. Okay. We're making Mondays great again, Adrian. Does it just have a nice sound to it?
Sure. Sure it does.
If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Fucking buckle up, you know, because you may be offended at things.
You definitely will be offended by something. Somebody will be offended by something.
100%.
Because somebody always is, right?
All the time, dude.
Oh, it's a nice day. Oh, fucking what do you got against the nighttime? All right.
Yep. So if that's who you are, you might want to fucking tune the fuck out. But if not, you know, subscribe, put that little bell on so you get notified when we drop new content. We have all kinds of shit coming at you, all different ways, all different shapes, forms, sizes. You know, so, but there's some news going on a little bit. This is kind of like maybe a lull, you know, for comic book stuff. You've been feeling that way?
Yo, it's not just a lull for comic books. It's a lull for entertainment in general. I mean, movies, it's, you know, I'm like click.
Yep.
It used to take me like 10 or 15 minutes to find a movie. Now it's like 45. I just put the damn thing down.
Fall asleep with the remote.
Go fall asleep searching for something to watch.
Now, we both watched Weapons this past week.
Yes.
We're talking about this a little bit later, but I'm feeling like there was some glaze going on with this movie.
Right, and it wasn't us.
No, it was not. So we're getting into that later. We got a kind of different type of show this week, Adrian. We usually rely heavily on the news and stuff.
Yeah.
But the news sucks. I want to make sure we deliver, you know. So we're going to talk about magic, you know.
Okay.
It's I was saying to my wife, it's still Halloween theme, you know, this weekend. She said no.
Sure.
She's saying November 1st, it's Christmas, you know. But I'm like, can't we just rock with Halloween for a couple more days, you know?
Notice Thanksgiving is just the dinner on the way to Christmas.
Yep. Yeah, well, Thanksgiving is part of the Christmas season.
Right.
You know?
I mean, you don't want like giant, you know, the trend now is like these giant Nephilim fucking skeletons and stuff in people's yard, right? I mean, you can't have like a giant turkey in your yard.
Exactly.
That'd be unsightly.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Decorate for Thanksgiving?
Right.
Put fucking turkeys and, you know, potatoes everywhere outside? Like, that's what I want, a light up potato outside.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Fuck.
No,
can't
have that.
Not gonna do it.
But yo, you go to some of these places like our local Lowe's, it's like winter wonderland in that joint. They got They got like 30 trees, 10 aisles of shit. I mean, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy.
Can I just have a couple more days of the spooky season, Adrian? Is that all right?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. No.
Apparently
so
not. Gone.
I think today it's gone, but we're going to talk about some magic. I think that kind of ties into the spooky season, right?
Sure.
So we're going to break down 3 characters who play with the magic, Adrian. We got Dr. Doom, my boy right here on the shirt. We got Doctor Strange, couple doctors, right?
A couple doctors.
And we got Dr. Dre, him too. Then we got Wanda, the chaos magic. So we're going to break in, get into that a little bit later. We're talking about weapons. But before that, Adrian, we like to start the show with some news and rumors. So a lot of Doomsday stuff this week.
Okay.
Yeah, does that surprise you?
Yes.
Yeah, because we haven't heard shit in the past couple of weeks, right? At least I felt that way. There was, and I'm going to pull up something here for everybody to see. We saw some event earlier this year. I think it was like a Disney thing. We saw a glimpse of the Robert Downey Jr. Doomsday suit, right? And some promo ad. So we got a slightly better look at this Doomsday. So you remember we saw this promo a few weeks ago.
Sure.
It was some Disney event. We saw a poster. We're like, that looks pretty cool. But it was kind of hard to see. It was a little blurry. It looked like, you're filming on your old Nokia phone back in the day.
There you go.
No offense to anyone that still uses a Nokia, But anyways, this is a better version, HD version. How do you feel about this suit design?
It's nice, man.
It is.
I like that. Now, is that going to translate into the movie costume?
I think so. I think that's what they're trying to tell us by this.
Okay.
So how do you feel about seeing that version, if it looks just like that on screen?
I think that's a proper representation of Doom.
Somebody on Twitter is like, it looks just like this other Doom suit. Like, dude, it's Doom. What the fuck do you want it to look like? Like, Doom should have a green fucking hood on, right? It should be that color green.
It should look like Taskmaster, but green and no T.
They're expecting red and fucking yellow. Like, it just looks like Iron Man. Yeah, we know, bro. Everybody relax.
I like that.
I do too. Something that's a little different about this version. I know we've seen this in some versions, but the chainmail.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. because in the comics he evolved to like this complete set of armor.
Right.
And really it's like the old King Arthur kind of a suit, the Doom suit. So it's chainmail, and he's got like the gauntlets, the belt, different impact points, basically.
Yeah. So, dude, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. The level of detail, a little like the dots and stuff around the mask. But I like the chainmail. It kind of gives that medieval type of feel. And when I get into another piece of news here in a second about this rumored trailer and the, I guess, what we know so far, or what's rumored so far about the portrayal of Doom, I think you're going to like it, Adrian. I really do. Right. So, we'll find out. But, I mean, if this comes to life just like this, I'm down with it. It's cool. And because, Doom's not just armor. Like, the armor's not just for protection.
No.
We're going to talk about this a little bit later, but a lot of his magic-based powers, his magic's kind of infused in this armor in a lot of comics.
Right. A lot of people don't know about that side of Doom.
Right.
About the magic side of it. Also, a lot of people don't think about, well, Doom's in the armor, but he has a whole battalion of Doom bots. So he can literally send himself representations of himself out into the world, and you don't even know whether it's the real one or not. It's like when Tony sends out his empty suit to go around and do Iron Man stuff. Doom soon sends these Doom bots out. You don't know if it's the live one or not.
Right. Yeah, and that's stuff that we've not seen a lot in the MCU. Like there was, I think maybe in Iron Man 3, we saw a little bit of the suit just being out there.
Right.
But it's kind of like, with Wolverine, not seeing him fucking snip his way around on street. There's a lot of these, a lot of elements of these characters we've not seen.
Right.
So it doesn't, just because that's the way Doom is in the comics doesn't necessarily mean that is the version they're going to pull on screen, but at least it does kind of look that way with a lot of these inscriptions and things on his armor. Like some of those are runes and things like that. Like it's not just for fucking design.
Correct.
Kind of like the bogus spear, man. It's probably not just for design. It's probably something to it. I don't know. You think Doom made the bogus spear?
Yes.
Yeah. So Avengers Doomsday, we've not talked about this much, like I said last week. So I did want to talk about at least what we know. We've had some time with a lot of these rumors and announcements. And there's always, it's kind of like we do our deep dives on other stuff. There's some of this that's true, and there's some of this that's rumor, right? Or we call it tinfoil talk. But
Sure.
I wanted to go through the cast that was announced because there's a lot of fucking people announced for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna talk about the Marvel reading guide later. And that guide really strings together a lot of the big events in the comics. The comic. But the events contain a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Right. We've talked about this. You've said this plenty of times. Like, you open up a comic panel, there's characters everywhere.
Right.
So to have this many in a movie, in a comic book movie, doesn't sound that crazy to me.
No, not at all.
It's almost like the natural progression. This is where we should be at this point. Absolutely.
I mean, if you open up any team's magazine, you're going to get 5, 6, 7, 10 characters. Open up X-Men. You got the whole X-Mansion of characters.
Right.
Open up the Avengers. Open up the Fantastic. Well, it's only 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Depending on whether Sue and the left read again.
If Namor's up in there.
Open up the Justice League. Look at the Watchtower. I mean, there's all kind of characters all around all the time.
The black and white Justice League or the other one?
Not the black and white. That doesn't exist.
Nope, it's been canceled. So, all right, these are the stars, the names of actors that have been officially announced for Avengers Doomsday. But we're talking about their characters. So Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Yep.
Thor, Doom, cross paths plenty of times.
Sure.
Makes sense. And then in Secret Wars, the whole Thor, that there's that part of Battleworld that's all the Thors, right? Remember, you had Ray Bill in there and all that. So he should definitely be there. Anthony Mackie is Cap. Winston Duke, he's the one who plays M'Baku.
Yep.
From Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since they killed off T'Challa, might as well have him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
Yep.
So Loki will play a part in this movie, as he should. And we're going to talk about Loki a little bit earlier, or a little bit later. Well, depending if you watch the show in reverse.
Right. Or time travel.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, you think there's somebody watching the end of the show right now? It's time traveling?
Yes.
But Loki's character arc, I was thinking about this over this past weekend. I don't know of a character in the MCU, now I'm sure in comics, other things, but has had that amazing of an arc from going, the villain, the first Avengers movie, to literally the guy holding the multiverse together currently, right? I mean, this Iron Man, great arc, but I don't think there's anyone that I'd put above Loki.
No, not for the amount of growth that he's done and the position that he was left off in.
Yeah, I mean, or you could probably argue Hulk. That arc was amazing.
How he went from a raging lunatic to a pussy sitting around with an arm sling. Yeah.
Yes. This is
great story arc.
Great story. Definitely relatable. Everybody dreams of being a little punk ass bitch, right?
Or in this case, a big one, rather large one.
Yep. Hold on, I get my glasses, Adrian. I can't see you, even though I'm fucking got regenerative health. Anyways, so. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, Sebastian Stan as Bucky, Leticia Wright as Black Panther, Shuri, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, of course, Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent. I'm glad to see him back.
Yeah.
He's a character that I didn't care about until after Thunderbolts.
Right.
Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. That'd be interesting, too. We've not seen Shang-Chi interact with any Avengers yet.
Right.
We've only seen him in his own movie. And he's a pretty powerful character.
Sure.
And now he's got the 10 rings.
So I'm assuming that with him comes the girl, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Do you think those rings, there's going to be any connection to Doom, like him trying to get these rings? Because these are we've seen a lot of these artifacts, like, got the bangles,
right?
You got the rings and all of these things, all of these weapons, if you will, play around with the multiverse and dimensional energies and things like that, right?
Yep.
So do you think there's anything there where he's trying to get these rings from Shang-Chi?
It might not be portrayed in the movie, but anything with power, Doom is at least looking at.
Right. You got Tanak Hureta Mejia. I believe that's how you say his name. Plays Namor, so Namor will be back. Your favorite Namor of all time?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm just happy. I don't hate this character. I know you do not like this dude at all, his portrayal. But I just think it's cool that at least they didn't kill off Namor. We still got Namor in the mix. Which he should be a big piece of in a lot of these Avengers events. He's a main character. Unfortunately, there's no T'Challa for him to, go against.
I mean, he's a big character anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool the way they made those little ass wing move this big ass body around. So
those, yeah.
Namor is like he has a lean Olympic level athletic body, not this pudgy thing that they. Anyway,
he's eating well, dude, under the sea.
You know what? Maybe he will come back in this one and he's leaned out a little bit. Or maybe not.
Outside of the look, how'd you feel about his portrayal, though, Namor?
I didn't like the story arc.
Okay.
I didn't like the fact that they recreated this whole, and that's the thing when you swap things.
Yeah.
So you have to go and create this whole, ancestry for this character, and not only that character, but everybody that's associated with that character. So,
and is Namor a character that you have read a lot in the comics?
I haven't read a lot, but I'm familiar with him enough to know. I'm about as familiar with Namor as I am with Wolverine.
Okay. So these changes would bother you because of how you know this character.
Right.
See, I'm not I definitely don't know Namor like I know Wolverine. Mm-hmm. So to me, these changes, it's kind of like, whatever, dude. I don't fucking care.
But I'm not the current movie producer's audience.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
True.
Because when they make these dramatic changes like this, the 50 plus people, the 40 plus people really aren't these moviegoers' audience. They're trying to pick up a different audience.
True.
And they also try and do that politically correct bullshit where they let's get a gay in, let's get a Mexican.
I was going to ask, you think this is more about the inclusion, like? Because,
it absolutely is. Absolutely is. I mean, we had a whole string of female movies. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but everybody's in power now. So
True.
I mean,
I bet Trump is not a huge fan of this Namor.
You probably can't even say Namor. How you say the word?
Esido. Florence Pugh, Yelena will be back. She's another one that has grown on me through Thunderbolts. I know you're not a fan of this one either. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. I liked his Falcon.
Yeah.
David Harbour as Red Guardian.
Okay.
This is one you've come around on.
Yeah.
You used to look at him, I think, even worse than this Namor.
I did, because to me, the Red Guardian is just like Captain Britain, which is just like Captain America. These are super soldiers, and they should look like super soldiers, right? Not like, abandoned Thor.
Right. And then we have Hannah John Kamen. She plays Ghost. She was also in Thunderbolts. I thought she did a good job as Ghost. So Ghost is one of those characters too that I ain't read a lot of Ghost. Like, I know who Ghost is.
Right. To me, the character was just a thief.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I didn't really have a lot of familiarity with the character because I didn't really see that person. It was a guy.
Right.
But I think she did a pretty good job.
And then Lewis Pullman, Sentry. Can't wait to see him back.
Yeah.
It was the highlight of that Thunderbolts movie.
Sure.
And then from the Fantastic Four, all of the four will be back. Reed, Invisible Woman, Thing, Human Torch, all four, they will all be back. And they're going to have some X-Men, I don't know, alongside them where they're going to be, but Kelsey Grammer as Beast, Patrick Stewart as 100-year-old Charles Xavier, Ian McKellen, Magneto, Alan Cumming, Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romaine as Mystique, which I'm excited about that one, James Marsden, Cyclops, Channing Tatum as, well, here's they could pull something on us here because they've confirmed that Channing Tatum's back, but they did not say his Gambit.
Right.
So they could have him in as another character. Well, although I think he said some things talking about the accent. So forget about that. I'm just talking shit.
That would be weird.
It would be weird
for them to do that, to intro him as, Gambit and then switch it up.
Somebody else. Yeah. Some other buckethead motherfucker. Chris Evans, Haley Atwell, and Ryan Reynolds are also rumored to appear. So a lot of fucking characters.
Right.
Now, of those characters, which characters here do you think have the best shot against Dr. Doom? Because Doom, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, you had him a hidden gem a long time ago here. We're going to get into specifically his magic, but he's a top tier villain or top tier character from a power set.
That depends on how they introduce him.
Okay.
is he mature Doom? Is he just getting started out Doom?
Yeah.
So because remember, he was the Sorcerer Supreme at one point.
Right.
He took over for
Strange.
So he has that level of magic power, but he didn't always have that level of magic power. He was pretty much a power hungry thug in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Let's
it just depends
on
Doom.
Let's say it's a mature Doom.
Oh, then pretty much all of them are fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no one that you're gonna need Sentry.
Yep.
You're gonna need to somehow maintain Sentry and not have him flip to the void.
Right.
But he's the most powerful probably out of all.
Yeah.
I mean, Loki, he's powerful, but what's he gonna do? Let go of the fucking multiverse and come fight? Then everything's fucked.
Well, what does him being at the crossroads of the multiverse do for him other than him sitting there? Does it give him different powers? I would assume so.
Yeah.
But is it actually defense or offensive power? Is it because really Loki's a trickster.
Yeah.
I mean, his thing is illusion.
But he powered up, remember, in Loki season 2 when he went back in time and learned all this shit or whatever the fuck to be able. So I think he powered up to be able to sit there and hold it. But now I don't know that he has all this ancillary power that he could fight. It's like, what are you gonna do? Kick somebody off while you're holding the fucking multiverse vines? You know?
mean, maybe he could move people and things throughout dimensions or times, or something like that. I would say, and if Sentry goes dark,
it's a loose cannon.
He's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So I would say Sentry, then possibly Loki, then Thor.
Yeah.
Would be the top 3.
So a lot of these other guys are just,
like Namor is just strength.
Right.
Really. He has a lot of it. But
Shang-Chi's a sleeper depending on what he can do with the rings.
Yeah.
But this is going to take a lot of these guys working together.
Sure.
You're going to need Xavier in there. You're going to need Magneto.
And the other thing is that a lot of these guys are used to running things, right? Reed, Thor. So when Doom shows up on the scene, he already has a plan in place, and they're going to have to come together with a plan, and there's going to be this infighting. Oh, I want to be, first. Oh, I should be in charge. Right. And then, Sue, and, she's crying and all this bullshit.
Namor consoles her.
Namor consoles her. So I think initially it's like that street fight. If Doom and everybody else shows up on the street corner, Doom's going to win because he already has a plan.
Correct.
Regardless of where he is, what time he is, and who he's dealing with.
Damn, that's got me hyped for this movie, Adrian.
Hey.
See, you could look at everything in life two ways, Adrian. You can be a negative Nancy, as they call them, which you see a lot of those people online.
Sure.
The RDJ, it's a cash grab. They're rushing it, Adrian. There's no build for Doomsday. They say crazy stuff like that. But when you sit back and you think about everything they have in the mix here, this has potential to be an amazing fucking movie.
Absolutely.
An amazing story. I mean, Kang the Conqueror. We had Jonathan Majors set up to play Kang. Big fan of Jonathan Majors as an actor. He Who Remains, I thought he was amazing in that show, Loki. But from a character standpoint, Doom and Kang, do you think pretend what happened with Majors didn't happen. Do you think Marvel could have pulled off Secret Wars without Dr. Doom?
Sure.
Think so?
Yeah.
And still, I don't think they could have.
Yeah, I think they could have.
Really?
Yeah.
Doom is such an important, integral character for that. I mean, what would you do? Have Kang be in that spot, or would you have to pull another big baddie in?
You could pull another person in.
But Kang wouldn't be the one.
He could be.
Okay.
He could be. Because remember, it was kind of Battle World.
Yeah.
They in the first version of this, it was the Beyonder pulling these heroes and villains to a pocket universe so they can fight.
Right.
And everybody was there. So Kang could be there, right?
Yeah.
The Beyonder, they can make a Beyonder because when it comes to power sets, Beyonder is like one of those. He's kind of like Wanda with the chaos magic. He can literally do anything.
Anything you can think of.
Anything you can think of, he can do. So it's not too hard to do anything. You don't have to lift cars and do all this other kind of shit. You can literally just kind of walk through things and just have a dimension, like going through doors. Like with every step, you walk through a different dimension or different time or whatever. So it's not too hard to find someone that can portray a Beyonder on the screen and get the same impact from all the other superheroes and supervillains. So I don't think you needed a Kang, and I don't think you needed a Dr. Doom. Okay. So you could bring in somebody else that kind of get to the same thing.
The way what you're talking about sounds like they would need to lean more on the first Secret Wars. Then.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you're leaning more on 2015,
sure,
you're gonna need a Doom.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess I think you're right, Adrian. You don't need it, but depending which one you're pulling from the most. But
now Doom is more. They're hyping him up to be this, I don't know, generation's baddie, right?
Yeah.
So nobody knows who the Beyonder is. He's some permed white kid, that's flying around figuring out humans, basically.
Yeah.
So which is why he actually created the worlds that he did. He's just, I want to see how they interact.
Yeah. He's playing the fucking Sims and shit.
Exactly. So, but with Doom, I mean, they're hyping him up. He's got to this point where he's kind of at this point irreplaceable.
Yeah.
If you use the latest version of this story.
So what you're saying, Adrian, is we're both right,
Yeah, two things can be right can be true, at the same time.
But that's a good point. It's which one you're pulling from. I'm partial to the 2015 one. Sure. I like that one more. I think you said before you like the OG a little more. Mm-hmm. But if you're like, what would make a better movie? Do you think it's going the OG route or doing the Doom Battle World, him being the centerpiece?
No, I think the Doom would be, to be honest, regardless of the one they choose, I think this is going to be a badass movie.
Yeah.
But I think it would be more exciting to the audience that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has created thus far with Doom in it.
Because even if you don't know a whole lot about Doom, odds are if you're a fan of the MCU, you've probably seen one of these shitty Fantastic Four movies, right? So you've seen some version of Doom. Mm-hmm. And then you got the teaser at the end of First Steps. Mm-hmm. And if you're a fan of, the 90s animation and stuff, Doom's always been a part of the Doctor or the Fantastic Four stories. Right. So Doom's definitely more well-known than Kang,
And the other thing is that, when it comes to these two cats, the Beyonder and Doom, it's almost like, Superman versus Spider-Man. Doom is more grounded.
Yeah,
he is a human being that has risen to a level. He runs his own country. He's this super tech guy. He's this super magic guy.
Yeah.
So he does shit, right? The Beyonder, he's just some embryo hatched in a pocket universe, right?
Insane power,
and
fucking
insane
around.
power. So you can't even understand it.
Yeah.
Like people that watch things like superhero movies. Are not the same people that are not typically the same people that watch Scarface, Al Capone movies. It's like I've actually heard people that watch movies like Scarface. I can't watch a superhero movie because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And that's how I think if they try to pull off a Beyonder now, that's how most people would take it. I can't understand some entity that was born into its own universe, nurtured like a giant womb into its own universe, and then peeped over in a crack and saw Earth and came down and started playing with us like ants.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be too well received.
Didn't you do a hidden gem on Beyonder?
I did.
Yeah. That was a good one. That's a fucking crazy ass character. But that you get into those power sets, that's like Franklin Richards type shit, like Pocket Universe in my fucking room. Like literally make a little crack and I'm in a whole nother universe just while I got my, fucking playpen over there and I need some more milk type shit.
And he's not only creating the universe like a crack and you see suns and stars and other shit. He's actually creating living, breathing entities inside of these universes as well.
Yeah.
And he's 4.
Yeah. So when realives his mom at a few months old. Like, think about the power set there. I know we're all over. Right. We're ADHD this week, so. But think about the power set in that child. I mean, how old's Franklin at the end of that movie? Less than a year old, a few months.
Yep.
And he can't speak yet. His mom was dead, and he brought her back to life.
And a lot of people going back, God and Jesus and heaven and her. That's assuming that we understand what happens after death.
Right.
And most people think that, you get on this boat and you're going to go up or down, left or right.
Yeah, you get on an elevator.
Right. And it's like, well, maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe not. Just like I talked about for the last couple of weeks, some of these characters, the way I understand it, like Flash, right? He has, his power isn't the speed. The speed force exists somewhere else. His power is the ability to access and manipulate, right?
Right.
Superman's powers may not be just strength. He could be strong, but when he lifts a submarine or a cargo ship, there has to be something else other than strength, because he can't just lift it from the tip or lift it from the middle,
and then breaks,
because it'll snap in half. So he has this other power that keeps these things intact when he lifts them. So, when we die, do we just go like energy, right? We just leave this body. That doesn't mean it's gone.
Right.
It just means that we don't have that the ability to reattract it and reattach it to this physical form. Franklin did.
Yep. Yeah, so he's like, oh, you're over here, Dad. He fucking brought her back, fucking dropped her right back.
Well, maybe I don't even think he knew. I mean, it's just emotional.
Yeah.
The emotion attracted her back to his mom.
Yep. And he was not even a year old. Obviously, you assume by the time Doomsday and Secret Wars hits, this kid's going to grow. He also could age up. He could turn himself to fucking 12 years old like that if he wanted to. We've seen that in the comics, too.
Yeah, grown man turned himself 12 years old again.
Oh, shit. Fucking release the Epstein files. Yeah. All right, more Doomsday news, Adrian. We talked about the trailer allegedly rumored to be debuted at Avatar Fire and Ash. Dude, I swear to you, this is I'm not just talking shit for the podcast. You got that trailer that's rumored. You got Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that's rumored, the Supergirl trailer that's rumored, and the new Christopher Nolan movie, Odyssey or Odyssey, whatever the fuck it's called, rumored. I am tempted, very tempted, because I don't know if I could sit through an Avatar movie in the theaters at almost 40 years old, to buy a ticket, go watch these trailers, and get the fuck out that bitch.
Right. Right.
But although, I mean,
this is at a regular movie, right?
Regular movie, yeah.
All right, so,
or do I just stay for Avatar,
Which one is this? The
third one?
The third one?
I would have to watch the second one.
There's that.
Yeah.
But they play trailers at movies.
Yeah.
So it's not like what you were saying last week, like a setup or some shit. Like, how you going to play all the now, what's crazy is that they're announcing all these trailers.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
Well, they're rumored, Adrian. They're rumored, yeah.
Well, normally you just go to the movies and whatever plays on the screen as a trailer plays. But now they're announcing it like Avatar ain't going to be shit, but I want to attract you with all these trailers that you're going to see if you come to see this movie.
And then you paid your ticket, you might as well stay to watch the movie. Dude, they might get me. You're watching it live in person, how marketing works, they got me hooked, Adrian.
Yep.
But now you didn't like the second movie, Avatar.
I did not.
But you've seen worse movies though. It's not like the worst.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You think I should stomach through this second movie, go see the third one?
If you are going to see the third one. I'm sorry. If you are going to go to the movie to watch the trailers.
That part, yeah.
Right? I would suggest that you watch the second one, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case you decide to stay.
Depends on how good the trailers are. I might just fucking leave, dude, fucking do a live in the parking lot. All right. Anyways, the trailer that is rumored for this movie. Now we have some news about what's in this alleged trailer. It's all rumor, so, take all that they say with a grain of salt. The fuck does that mean, by the way? If I tell you something that may not be true, they take it with a grain of salt.
I think that means that I'm going to give you a little bit of information. Yeah, that won't work either. No, I don't know.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Maybe it's for those white people that only season with salt and pepper, Adrian. I don't know, but that's a whole nother story. Shout out to all those people. We won't be at those cookouts though.
Right.
Anyway.
Or those Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh, hell no, dude. You're like, fucking the bird tastes like paper. Give me some more gravy. Hold on, I got hot sauce, but fucking when the hot sauce comes out, you know something's fucking wrong.
Right.
Actually, that's not true. I put hot sauce on everything.
So do I, pretty much. Yeah.
I remember when I first started dating my wife, like her family, like, why? Like, you don't like our food? Why just put hot sauce on? I'm like, no, I just put hot sauce on fucking everything.
Yeah.
Especially at that time. So, all right, the trailer. This is the rumor of, it's not just a teaser, supposedly. It's an actual trailer. They're going to give you a good amount of Doom. You're not going to just get a glimpse. You're going to see Doom. And the way the character was described in terms of Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal is classic universal monster.
Okay.
Think like Phantom of the Opera, a tragic figure, a broken figure. Part of it's his armor. Doom must have the armor because he has a broken body. He's scarred. He went full universal monster with the interpretation. He needs the suit to actually function. So then they also went on to say that, where is it? He'll be a tragic figure similar to Darth Vader. He's lost his planet and he's lost the woman that he's loved. So he's from another fucking dimension. There's incursions going on, right? We've heard the rumor about an incursion destroyed Doom's universe. Doom is smart enough and has the power to get out of his universe if it's being destroyed, right?
Sure.
So think this guy with all his power, this incursion happens, he loses everything, he moves to another universe. Doom's probably going to be out for revenge for whoever caused these incursions.
Okay.
Which would be, I mean, name some fucking Wanda, fucking Captain America, possibly. Strange, Loki, Spider-Man.
Captain Marvel.
Maybe Hulk when he snapped and brought everybody back. Maybe Thanos. I mean, there's all y'all motherfuckers.
Right.
He's coming for motherfucking revenge, dude. He's like Tupac back in 96, you know?
Well, you can't do Tony because he's dead, but he can go after the Hulk because he was involved in creating the time travel equipment, right?
Yep. Ant-Man. He was in the quantum realm, came back, fucked around there.
Fucking Ghost,
all you motherfuckers. He's taking shots. It's hit him up all over again. I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Yep.
I don't know who that would apply to in the MCU. Maybe that was Reed.
That was a song.
That was a song, dude. But Doom's coming, dude. He's Tupac in this. And the comparison to Darth Vader, like, dude, this sounds amazing. A Darth Vader-esque character.
Yeah.
And then the whole Phantom of the Opera, this tragic, broken figure, because that is Doom's like story a lot of times.
Yeah.
Lost his mother.
Well,
come on. The scarring.
Well, the scarring was just the face. He wasn't disabled.
No, but he took it as
that
fucked him up.
You know, that was his ego.
Yeah.
And his mom, humping whatever the demon was.
Mephisto.
No?
Was it Mephisto?
I think it was Mephisto.
He's coming for his ass too.
Him too. But I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would tie in nicely with all this dimensional stuff and the Loki thing, the fact that he is not Earthborn but came from a different dimension and he's pissed off because he lost everything, including his entire dimension.
Right.
I'm kind of liking that.
I'm liking it, dude.
Yeah.
And to your point, I mean, there's been so many iterations of Doom, but at his core, it is kind of a tragic story.
Sure.
Lost his mom at his young age. Then he tried, and in the comics, he tried to bring her back or contact her, and that's how he got disfigured.
Well, in the comics, he was when he met Reed and Ben in college. He was trying to create a machine to get his mother back. That's
right.
And
they warned him not to.
And Reed warned him not to. He said, but he was so egotistical that he thought Reed was just, trying to trick him.
Taking him.
And so the machine went off and disfigured him. But then some shit comes out later where Ben went in and fucked around with his machine.
Fault, yeah.
Right. Fucked around with the machine and caused it to explode. So either way, he didn't get his mother back. Mephisto is still humping today.
And then he gets disfigured. Now he doesn't want to show his face because
Right.
he's egomaniac, he's vain, whatever the case may be. I don't look like I
And
used
he
to
can't
look.
stop just at a mask. You know, he's got to do the full
The
body
whole
armor
yeah.
thing.
And his mom had magic powers, who she basically taught him at a young
Correct.
age. So he perfected that, got older, and really, you know, created or became a dictator, a leader of Latveria,
Yep.
and protected his people almost in a way to where, like, I've lost people in my own life, and I'm going to do whatever I can to protect my people here,
Right.
to the length of things that may be extreme to others, like killing other people.
Right.
So that Doom that's gone through that now loses everything, and now he's out for revenge.
Correct.
X-Men, Avengers, fantastic, all you motherfuckers. Yeah, dude, sounds like a hell of a fucking story.
Yeah.
People are, it's not enough build, Adrian. It's not enough build for Doom. They're rushing it.
You're right.
It's a cash grab. Hey, bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, I just, while you was talking right quick, Doom's mom, Cynthia Von Doom, a powerful sorceress from the Romanian tribe Latveria. She made a pact with the demon Mephisto to protect her people. But the power she was granted was uncontrollable and led to the deaths of the village's children and ultimately her own, where her soul was imprisoned by Mephisto. She had magic abilities, including the knowledge to make pacts with demons for power. In one instance, she gained the power to project magic bolts, which she controlled the resulting magic. Of course, the pact with Mephisto, basically that meant that he would protect them. And yeah, taught her son,
She taught him.
Victor. So she was pretty badass.
She's badass,
yeah.
too. Some parents teach their kids how to, you know, tie their shoes.
Yep.
You know, things like that. Ride a bike, drive, right?
Or some parents, they got the money, they don't teach their kids shit. They just send them off to some school and somebody else teaches
There you go.
them.
And others teach their kids magic to where they could manipulate, you know, the entire world.
There you
So
go.
we all got different parents, Adrian.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And then the other part about this movie, and I guess, you know, the title of today's episode is We're Glazing Doomsday, Adrian.
Yeah.
Not really. But forget about the actors, all the amazing characters, Doom, and if this synopsis of the trailer that we heard here is true, sounds amazing, but also who's captaining the ship? The Russo brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They've done the Captain America franchise.
Yeah.
They've done Infinity War. They've done Endgame. They're working with Stephen McFeely. He's the writer. He's worked with them on the Avengers. He wrote all those scripts. And then this is an interesting part. You got two writers on this movie. You got McFeely, and then you have Michael Waldron, who was a writer on Loki, the show, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So when people say things like, oh, it's so disconnected, how do we... I think that a lot of these elements from Loki, from Doctor Strange, are going to tie right into Doomsday.
Sure.
Like, think of why else would they have the fucking writer from Loki and Doctor Strange if they're not going to use... I'm sure they want them there for, hey, you wrote this,
Right.
so help us here tie that into this movie. And then you got the Russo brothers kind of overseeing the entire thing.
Absolutely.
And their guy who wrote all their movies working together. So when people, it's rushed, it's not connected, it's just, I think it's gonna be fucking really fucking connected. The things that we don't even know right now.
Right. I agree. But you know what the best thing about Doom is?
My t-shirt?
No.
Okay.
Not that. It's nice, but not that. His mother's name is Cynthia.
Instead of this.
Yes.
We're gonna get one of those moments. Cynthia! No! We're gonna find out like Loki's aunt was named Cynthia or something.
Some
Don't do
dumb
it!
shit.
Let's save Cynthia, everyone. You think they're gonna rehash that plot?
It's not the whole movie because we got two Cynthias in the room.
Probably not. But that sounds to me like a lot of the shit that we saw in Multiverse of Madness is going to play into this, because they fucked around in the multiverse in that.
Oh, yeah.
America Chavez bouncing around all over the place with Strange sleepwalk, whatever the fuck it's called, into another dead version of himself, which Wong warned him about. Like, bro, that's like a major violation.
Right.
Yo, Strange don't fuck around. He don't care about the rules, dude.
Nothing. Him and Stark, dude. Just out there.
Yeah.
Egos.
Absolutely. And they caused a bigger, Ultron was created by Tony.
Yeah.
He's got Bruce against his will, helping him. And then all this stuff with Strange. I think Strange is going to be one of the main targets for Doom. And I think we're going to see a Doom Strange team up like we did in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's going to convince him, because I think Strange can easily be convinced that, hey, do this fucked up shit to save everything.
Right.
Which is why in that movie, the other universe, the Illuminati, they were warning everybody about Strange, not about Wanda.
Right.
So, dude, I think there's a lot of pieces here, a lot of breadcrumbs that people don't even realize when they get online and say stupid shit. So, anyways, they also, Marvel removed, remember there was a mystery movie, we talked about this when we were looking at the release calendar for 2027 that took place between Doomsday and Secret Wars. That's off the calendar now. Okay. So right now, the only thing on the schedule for 2027, now a lot can change. Right now, it's Avengers Secret Wars and Daredevil Born Again Season 3 are the only things confirmed for 2027. Damn. But a lot could change from now till then.
What's going on in 26?
Fucking nothing until middle of the year. But no, we got Wonder Man in January.
Yeah.
And then we got Lanterns, but I heard that's moved later into the year. It sounds like the beginning of the year, not a whole lot. And then starting with like the summertime, June, July, you got the Spider-Man, you got Supergirl. There's a Zombies. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's supposed to be set. So a decent amount of stuff, but nothing, not like some of these years when we went through all, 2018 and all that shit where there was movie after movie.
Right.
So maybe it's quality over quantity, possibly. So we're talking about all these big, powerful entities. Another major character in a lot of comics is Jean Grey, Phoenix. We've seen this portrayed by two actors on screen, Adrian. We've seen the amazing portrayal of Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
Nope. She gets that. But we've seen Famke Jensen, who I thought was a great Jean Grey. Did you like her portrayal?
Great is a stretch, but I would actually I take that back. Yes.
She was good.
For
those movies.
For that character not having a predecessor.
Right.
I think she did great. So
according to her, she says that Marvel has not asked. Believe it or not, every time someone interviews her, they ask if she's going to be in Doomsday. That's not shocking. But she said that never, never, ever. So they've never asked her to return for Doomsday or Secret Wars. Is she needed? Is Jean Grey? I asked you this about Hawkeye a couple weeks ago. Is the Jean Grey character needed for Doomsday or Secret Wars?
Needed? No. It would definitely make it more challenging for Doom to do whatever it is that he's going to have to do.
Absolutely. Now, next question, and I think I already know your answer. If we had to have one come back, Famke Jensen, Sophie Turner, which picking? I don't even need to ask that.
Exactly. I don't even know why you asked
I'm more asking you guys, if anyone out there would really, I just bring Sophie Turner back over Famke. The only thing is she is older now. It'll be an older Jean Grey.
Right.
Jean Grey we're used to in the comics is usually the younger,
right.
Or definitely younger for the most part. And then I think she dies off in a lot of comics. So, but I would love to see her come back.
Sure. Who's the girl that played Mystique, the other Mystique?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. So I heard there was some tabloid mention of her where she took, I guess, a few years off after playing that role.
Yep.
And she's done this a couple of times. And I mean, my first thought was, I'd probably run and hide too if I did the shitty acting that I did on that for that character. I'm sure that's not why she did it, but no, I think that seems to be a trend with her.
It was the backlash. So it was due to how she acted in interviews about this. Like, she had a lot of negative things just a negative vibe about these whole movies. Like, didn't want to be in the makeup the full time, all this stuff. And the way it came across was, she even said, I give her credit, she said this about herself. She goes, I look back at those interviews and that version of me was annoying. There's a younger version. Like, we hold people up to these bars. Like, dude, she's a 20-year-old kid in these big ass movies. And now she's annoyed because she has to sit there and put this makeup on all day. Okay, I can see both sides. So I guess her point was like, I kind of was annoying at that point in my life in those videos. So I basically, she understood the fan backlash. But that's why she took a few years off, because everyone's giving her shit. And she's like, and she did 16 movies, I think it was, in 5 years. It's a lot of fucking time in front of a camera.
16?
Yes.
Damn.
16 movies over the span of like 5 years, dude. That's, I mean, movie to movie. There's no, so I do give her shit for the whole makeup thing, Mystique, but I can see why someone would get burnt out,
okay.
you know? So,
I mean, if you've done 16 movies, you can afford to take a couple years
absolutely.
off,
yeah, the money was not, dude, she did all the Hunger Games
right.
Movies, these. I mean, she was rolling in the dough, as they say. Someone else who is not going to be back is Halle Berry, allegedly. They asked her if she'll get a chair with her name on it. And she said, keep waiting. It's not going to be there. It's not going to be there.
Right.
Which I'm definitely good with that one.
Oh, definitely.
You know? I think she's an amazing actress, but I don't think that she was
not
an amazing
that.
Storm. No. And that's more just a miscast. Like, you don't.
Or comic book characters in general.
Catwoman. Yeah.
You know?
Apparently she doesn't know how to, tell the difference between a good comic script and a bad one. Yeah.
Was it her, like her presence, or was it bad writing?
I think, the Catwoman was bad writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think X-Men was just a complete miscast but I guess you could say bad writing for the Storm character.
Okay.
Because Storm is African in the comic. You're right off the bat, we're fucked up.
Right.
Halle Berry's half black, half white. We call that mulatto.
Okay. Yep.
Different than African.
Mm-hmm.
Storm has an African accent everywhere.
Yep.
She's also now later in her life, she becomes a queen, like of Wakanda.
Sure.
That's not who she is.
But she starts out as a thief.
As a thief.
But she has this warrior stance about
like
her.
A Wonder Woman-esque.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Not a soft, not the Halle Berry portrayal.
Right. No, it was weird. So I don't even think it was her fault. I think it was the writing. So, all right, next piece of news. The Penguin, the Batman 2, couple Matt Reeves verse products. We've seen The Penguin. You're a big fan of the show?
Yep.
Do you think that show needs a second season?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, this Batman universe, it's a weird spot for DC right now because they have the DCU that's just starting. This universe just started too. You got one movie, one show. There's a whole fan base that wants to see Battinson in the DCU. Then there's another part of the fan base that doesn't. I fall on the second one. I don't want to see him in the DCU. The Penguin's a great show, and we don't know a whole lot about the Batman 2 yet. And I think getting season 2 of the Penguin, I think a lot of that hangs on the Batman 2. The success of the where that story goes, because the way they ended season 2 or the first season of the Penguin, it's just we're at a point now where we need Batman. You fucking threw the signal up, Penguin's taking over. It would be odd if they had that tease. I shouldn't say we need it, but they teased it where that was going.
I think they can go through a season without actually showing the Batman, but have us feel his presence.
Yeah.
Kind of a deal. Like the bat signal. Because the bat signal is up, not for the Penguin.
But do you think we need a Batman-Penguin interaction before season 2 now? It would be weird if they teased that.
At least
something.
Penguin-Bruce Wayne kind of interaction. I don't think... And
I'm not saying in the show. Like, we need the Batman 2 to come out and have these two cross paths again before we can continue the Penguin story because of the tease.
Oh, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, if not, like, what are you going to do? You have to ignore the tease then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, something needs to happen now with these two cross paths. Well, let's see how we say this.
Cross paths.
The fucking tease, the ass that gets me, dude. So that New England accent, as they say we have. They say we have an accent up here.
Some people do. I like to think that I do not have any.
Yeah, they say we do. They call us Yankees, Adrian, is the way we talk. But anyways.
Well, at least you can understand us.
Yeah, damn. Shots fired, Adrian. You're on your Tupac today. No. So they asked Colin Farrell recently, he was talking to comicbook.com. Why don't you go talk to onlycomicsmerch.com? You know? The fuck, dude. Where you can
not
get
just only comics, but only comics.
We don't have that domain because the guy wants like fucking $9 million for it, asshole.
Wow.
Yeah, but you can get this hat on onlycomicsmerch.com and that shirt that Adrian's wearing. But they asked him about the chances of Penguin season 2. He said, "Oh, I don't know. I have a bit of generally speaking, I have a bit of a negativity bias. Apparently, I've been told by various people close to me. So I said I would bet against it, but not by much. I know that the powers that are thinking of storylines that could justify another 8 hours because it all goes off of Matt Reeves' world." So he's just kind of talking in circles here. Conveniently worked that the death at the end of the Batman and the devastation within Gotham opened up a power vacuum that then Oz could try to capitalize on. That was perfect for the parallel 8 hours that we had. Okay, so you're saying the Batman set up perfectly for the show, which I agree.
Sure.
Right? You got this destruction in Gotham. Batman's off busy doing other shit. It was you had Falcone's death. Perfect for Oz to step in and do what he did. That was perfect for the 8 hours. And then the Batman 2 will pick up whatever a few weeks after the show ended, but I kind of bet against, but not by a wide mark. So a couple things in here that I think are good points. The Batman set up the Penguin perfectly.
Yep.
So we know the Penguin is in the Batman 2. That could then potentially set up the Penguin season 2, right? But the other piece here that I think is a big thing to focus on is the fact that he said the Batman 2 will pick up a few weeks after the show ended.
Which show? The Batman or the Penguin?
Yeah. So the first season of the Penguin, which was literally a week after the Batman. And so the point is there's no time jump really between the Batman and the Batman 2.
Got it.
You got the Batman ends, the flood, Riddler's caught, all that shit. You got Penguin, he's taken over the crime world, if you will. You got the Batman tease, the bat signal, somebody's, signaling for Batman probably because of all the shit Penguin's doing. And then a few weeks later, the second movie starts. So no time jump. We're not going to see a mature Bruce Wayne here. We're probably still going to see I'm sure we'll see some evolution of him starting to change. But
maybe he's actually adopting the identity instead of just, completely avoiding it.
I think he kind of has to with all the stuff that happened in the first one. And also his change, the end of that Batman movie where through his narration, he understands what his job is now. Like, I'm not just out for vengeance. I'm more of a symbol of hope in a way.
Right.
He's really crafting out that Batman, who Batman becomes and stays for so long in the comics. Like, I'm a big fan of the early Batman because of the whole vengeance. That's why I gravitate towards Year One, Long Halloween, those stories. I'm just fucked up, Adrian. Is that why you're laughing at me?
No, I'm thinking about when Batman and Damian went back in time and saw Batman on the rooftop.
Oh, yeah.
And Damian laughing at him because he's like, I am vengeance.
Yeah.
He's like, did you really say that? Yeah.
Yeah. But to that point, like, that was a different Batman.
Right.
But that's who we're seeing in Batman in this franchise anyway. Right. So we may see, so a few weeks after that, which I kind of thought they were going to do more of a time jump, but remains to be seen. So speaking of season 2s, we talked about Marvel Zombies, almost said Rivals. Zombies a few weeks ago here.
Yep.
Wrapped up with kind of a hell of a fucking ending. Scarlet Witch uses the power of the Infinity Hulk and Ms. Marvel to reshape the reality, which we'll talk about Scarlet Witch's power later. This is right up her alley, though. Right. And think about that, as powerful as she is, and then she uses the power of Infinity Hulk, which is Hulk plus Infinity Stones.
Right.
And Ms. Marvel's power of her, that whole projection, I don't even know how to describe it, how in the MCU, but where she can, it's almost like constructs, like a Green Lantern type of power set. So I do know how to, I was doubting myself, Adrian, I shouldn't do that.
Or a invisible woman kind of power.
Yeah, true. So Scarlet Witch has access to those two things. She reshapes the entire world again. And but it leaves you on a cliffhanger where you could either end the show right here or you can have a whole nother season of, Kamala figuring this out and getting out. But there's a rumor, Adrian, that the second season has been confirmed. So now we'll see if this rumor is like steps here. You got fucking speculation, you got rumors, and you got confirmation, But anyways, I like this. I think it's one of their highlights of this year was the Marvel Zombie show.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. All right, last piece of news. You mentioned Sorcerer Supreme. We've talked about Victor Von Doom. We've talked about Wanda. We've talked about Strange. That's kind of like the trinity of this episode this week, So Wanda in the comics, read a comic. In the comics, Wanda is one of the top tier, most powerful characters that are not gods and things like that in Marvel. I mean, I know it's kind of a mouthful, but outside of like the he who above all and all these fucking celestials and shit, there aren't many everyday characters that are close to her power set.
Correct.
So Doctor Strange is another probably top tier power character, right? Doom is, we talked about Doom a lot. Doom has been the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes.
Doctor Strange obviously has been the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, Wong's been the Sorcerer Supreme. There's a comic line that's starting in December where Wanda is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme.
Really?
Yes. What do you think about that? She's got a lot taller.
Aren't there? I
got you. Hold on. You stay where you want, bro. I got you. We're professionals here.
Aren't there rules for the Sorcerer Supreme?
There definitely are rules.
And she abides by none. So that's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting.
So Wanda's magic is chaos magic. By becoming Sorcerer Supreme, doesn't she access a different kind of magic? Right? So now she's going to be like, I got the good, I got the bad. So imagine what she can do with all of that shit.
This sounds like an interesting fucking comic story. So she's going to take over. So in the wake, this is the description here. In the wake of Victor Von Doom's fall, because prior to this, he was the Sorcerer Supreme in the comics recently. A new Sorcerer Supreme rises to take his place. And Sorcerer Supreme is an ongoing series in the comics. So I didn't even know that. The comic was announced months ago, but what we weren't told at the time was who would take over the mantle. And it says that we follow her adventures on Earth's primary mystical defender and Sorcerer Supreme, written by Scarlet Witch scribe Steve Orlando and rising star artist Bernard Chang. It says that defying tradition and breaking every rule, Scarlet Witch charts a bold new path to Sorcerer Supreme, as you said, defying all the rules. But with her rebellious approach to the role, bring magic in the Marvel Universe to new heights or leave it in ruin. The Vishanti, here you go, unwilling to validate Wanda's claim, anoint their own Sorcerer Supreme, Agatha Harkness, of course.
Of course.
That's even better, right? Because she's not going to fucking fuck anyone over. Following a fiery battle with her former mentor, Wanda wakes up in limbo where nothing is as it seems. Oh, so she pulled her own trick on her. And if she's going to escape, she must first defeat its ruler, Madeline Pryor. Okay. And with Wanda...
Wait a minute. Are they talking about the same Peter Colossus' sister, Madeline Pryor?
No, Madeline Pryor, the
I know
the
you're talking about.
clone.
The gene clone,
Yep. Who we saw in X-Men 97.
I'm thinking
how powerful.
Pride.
Yeah. Nope. Madeline Pryor. And with Wanda and the Vishanti distracted, what rising mystical threats have escaped their notice? Determined to fulfill her sacred duty, Wanda expands her scope and redefines her power to protect the world like no Sorcerer Supreme ever has. This is a fucking interesting sound. I mean, you hear new comics all the time, dude. I fucking don't even budge, but this one sounds pretty fucking interesting.
Yep.
But to your point, like, why would they let her be? They're not going to confirm she is.
Right.
But I mean, Agatha, seriously, this is your fucking next best shot,
hey.
you know? Over my, I'm a Wanda Glazer age, over Queen Wanda over here. Come on, what the fuck? So anyway, well, that is the news and rumors. We're going to wrap that up with a little thumbs up, thumbs down, and then we're going to get into magic, Adrian. Like that song, do you believe in magic? You ever heard it?
Believe in magic?
Yeah. So we're going to test those theories today. So thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Number one, we got a new look at Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom costume. And I'm liking it, dude. Yeah. I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Number two, there's rumors about the Doomsday trailer. It's supposedly going to debut at Avatar Fire and Ash to save that movie from box office failure, because most people are only going to see this trailer. But the person who saw it says that we get to see a lot of Doom in this trailer. Now, it's a rumor.
Okay.
Doom's horribly scarred. They compared him to Darth Vader. They compared him to a Phantom of the Opera type figure, tragic figure. He lost his planet, lost the women he loves. He's back for revenge. He's coming back like 96 Tupac. Fuck all you motherfuckers. I give this a thumbs up.
Sure. Sounds good.
If it's true, you know.
Yeah, if it's true.
Whole Universal monster. I mean, back in those old Universal movies, the Frankenstein, these like big. Well, this is how Doom should be portrayed. So, and if you don't believe so, read a comic, as they say. Fam K. Jensen says Marvel Studios has not asked her to return as Jean Grey in Avengers Doomsday. And I guess thumbs up, you know, who cares?
Right.
You know, I do like her as Jean Grey, but there's so many people in this movie. It's kind of like, dude, there's people that are going to be left out.
Oh, you sure?
And it is what it is. You can't have everyone in the fucking movie.
Absolutely not. Well, I mean, it'd be a longer movie.
Yeah. It'd be like Snyder Cut, you know?
Yeah.
The Batman 2 star, Colin Farrell, reveals how long the sequel is set after the HBO Penguin series, and he says it's only a few weeks. So you got Penguin series ends, bat symbol in the sky, and a few weeks later, this movie picks up. I just give a thumbs up that we're getting some news about this movie.
Sure.
Because news has been kind of dry
lately. But what I don't understand is, like, why are they even contemplating whether or not they should have a second season?
A Penguin?
Right.
Yeah, because that's the other part. We don't know if there's a second season to the Penguin.
Right.
But you're a big fan of them having a second season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of second seasons, Marvel's Zombies is rumored for a season 2, and I give that a huge thumbs up.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, in the comics, Scarlet Witch is taking over as the new Sorcerer Supreme. I think we're thumbs up across the board this week, Adrian. I'll get thumbs up there. I like this.
Thumbs up.
My girl Wanda. You know, I'm a Wanda Glazer, Adrian. You know that.
Absolutely.
All right, Adrian, it's time to talk about magic. You did a power breakdown on Hidden Gem a few weeks ago. And magic is a power that a handful of characters in the comics have access to.
Sure.
And it can be used in many different ways. So that's what we're going to talk about today with these 3 characters specifically, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, and Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, and how all of their powers. And I want to start with the Sorcerer Supreme.
Well, before you jump in there, what you're doing right now is a very specific thing.
Yep.
And obviously it's geared toward Marvel, but there's other very powerful people that wield magic on the other side too.
Sure.
DC. You know, Raven, she's literally the daughter of the devil.
Right.
A version of the devil.
Like they're Mephisto pretty much.
You're right.
Yeah.
So Constantine, you know, so he's probably not a Sorcerer Supreme level magician, but he's up there.
Yep.
So, but anyway, you're comparing 3 Marvel characters.
Right. But to your point, there's a lot of them. I mean, even in Marvel, you have the character magic controls, you know.
Yep.
But they all have, well, I shouldn't say all of them. There's a few different ways to use this magic, which we're going to talk about. But let's start with the Sorcerer Supreme because that's the recent connection with these 3 characters.
The way they use the magic or the type of magic they're using or both?
Both.
Okay.
We're going to get into both, Adrian. So buckle up. Yes. This is it's one of our deep dive. We haven't had a deep dive in a long time, Adrian. But this is a deep dive. So the Sorcerer Supreme. Sorcerer Supreme is basically the guy whose job is to keep the reality from falling apart in a nutshell.
Sure.
He's that, like a magical version of, you know, the U.S. president, Adrian, you know?
Oh, my God. It's funny because I'm thinking about Strange, and Strange would be Trump.
There you go.
In the magic world because he don't give a fuck about nothing, right?
No.
So he ain't trying to keep shit together.
Right. Absolutely. But in a nutshell, my point, like that level of at the top of the hierarchy, right? They're chosen, or sometimes, I guess, cursed, depending on how you look at it, by the Vishanti.
Sure.
Now, I've learned a lot doing this deep dive because these are things we've heard in these Doctor Strange movies, the Book of Vishanti and all that shit. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. He's just saying magic words, you know? But the Vishanti, think of it as like cosmic beings that are, they're like the HR department for magic. To keep the order.
Would they be like the Nova Corps?
Kind of above them though.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're the ones, they're not gonna get in your shit until you're fucking shit up. So they're like HR, dude, you know? Like they get in your shit when you're fucking shit up, and when you need them, they're not around. But so there's 3 individuals, Agamotto, like the Eye of Agamotto. Oshtur, Oshtur, and Haggith, okay? Agamotto was the first Sorcerer Supreme. He's the one who forged the Eye of Agamotto. Oh, Mogo. I'm saying it all fucking wrong. Agamotto. And he wrote the Book of the Vishanti, which is like a cheat code, I guess, manual for defensive magic, okay? Oshtur, he's the creative one, or she is. She represents wisdom, light, structure. And Hoggoth is the raw muscle. When Strange shouts out, Hoary Host. So he's literally name dropping his kind of, I guess, celestial sponsor, if you will. Here's the catch, though. Invoking them in these magic and these powers, it's like taking a loan. You're borrowing their power. We talked about this in some of your hidden gems, like where you're, or even the Flash in a way. It's not magic, but he's accessing something.
Sure.
He's a conduit, right? That's his power. It's not that he's that fast, he can use his force to be that fast. And that's kind of how the magic works with some of these individuals.
And before you guys go all ballistic, I'm not saying that's the case with Flash, but it appears to be like that.
Right.
And like Superman, because there are things that they can do that doesn't make sense. So they have to have access to something else.
Right. So you're borrowing their power essentially a lot of times as a Sorcerer Supreme, and then you owe them a favor. And these motherfuckers always collect. They're
Absolutely.
like, it's magic's like bookkeeping. Every spell is a transaction.
Are you saying they're all devils, and once you borrow, you have to repay?
But they're
over
gods.
and over and over and over again?
But they call them gods, though.
Okay.
And the Sorcerer Supreme's job is to, I guess, balance those accounts. He maintains the wards that protect the earth. You know, you got Karmatage, you got all of these other, you know, magicians under his rule, his or her. He negotiates with Hell Lords. He stops people like Dormammu. It's a big fucking job, dude.
Right.
Now, how the magic works. So there's Marvel's magic runs on 3 tiers. The first tier is personal energy. Use your own stamina, psychic willpower. This is great for like small tricks, but in a long fight, you're gonna fucking run out of your personal energy. Then you got ambient energy. That's the background radiation of the universe. It's safer. Think of like solar panels for sorcery.
Sure.
It's there, you can access it. Then you have dimensional energy. This is the borrowed stuff. You're calling on different entities, the Vishanti. You channel their energy, you know, through whatever dimensions. That's the biggest, most powerful one, but also probably the dangerous. It's funny how that happens in comics, right? How most powerful is probably the dangerous.
So the sun's energy is not good enough. You got to go to some unknown pocket dimension.
Right, from a whole nother fuck, yeah, fuck the sun. No, we need something more. We need something more. So when you become the Sorcerer Supreme, you also have access to additional spells and knowledge that a regular sorcerer doesn't have access to.
Sure.
You know, your key responsibilities, you maintain planetary wards, barriers, dimensional locks, all that good shit. You got to handle incursions, interdimensional diplomacy. So there's a lot that fucking rides on this job, which is why there's certain individuals that are chosen. And in the MCU and in the comics, Doctor Strange was one of them. So let's talk more about, hold on. All right, let's talk about Strange. He is a neurosurgeon. He lost functionality with his hands, and then he learned that the control isn't just physical, it's spiritual. So he actually he controls his hands now through magic.
Right.
He didn't actually fix what happened to his hands. He's channeling magic to control his hands.
But didn't he ultimately fix that or no?
I don't think so. I think he's
like, fuck it. I'm good with the magic.
I got the spell
manipulation.
Okay. Maybe he mastered the spell to where, you know, it's not going to fuck up. But it's just like a small thing. It's kind of like the Flash thing. He's not that fast. He's channeling Flash Force. He didn't cure his hands because remember they were shaking. And he just used a spell. Like it's nothing but spiritual. He's fucking, you know, abracadabra, bam, and hands are fixed.
Right.
So
it's like that aspirin Motrin thing. One.
There you go.
Solves the problem. One makes you think that you solved the problem.
But he does treat magic like medicine, like diagnose, operate, close. Like every spell's a procedure for him. Interesting. He doesn't create any energy. He channels it. He's always asking for permission from these higher beings, by the crimson bands of Citrak, by the winds of Watum. It's not just saying that shit because he thinks it sounds cool. Mm. He's channeling their magic when he says that. His strength, he's precise. His weakness, his fucking ego.
Right.
His ego can be his weakness a lot of times. And he's one of the ultimate protectors, though. Probably one of the top Sorcerer Supremes. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange, he's that fucking dude, bro.
Right.
And I think he's a character that they've done a really good job with in the MCU. Mm-hmm. Benedict Cumberbatch, amazing portrayal of Strange. But they've done a good job of capturing his strengths and weaknesses.
Sure.
Like, he has an ego, but he can back up why he has an ego.
Sure.
Dude was one of the best surgeons in the world.
Right.
So in order to be one of the best, so you got to be one of the best decision makers. You got to be one of the smartest people. And I don't know if you view him as a member of the Avengers. I guess you would. But he played that role of a leader on the battlefield, but also letting the real lead, Cap and them do those things. But he knew when it was time to step up and go, y'all stop doing that shit.
Right.
Like when he saw all the probable outcomes and knew the answer and almost directed Tony in Endgame. Like, it's a big decision to be made.
Sure.
So, Doctor Strange, were you a fan of him in the comics before the MCU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been interested in that stuff.
Scarlet Witch, our queen, Adrian. Should she be queen of only comics? No. I'm glazing, I know. She is the chaos magic. This is a fucking shit show here.
Right.
So she's the opposite. She doesn't channel powers. She is the fucking power. Her magic, chaos magic, comes from I'm gonna fucking fuck this up here. Chton, the Chthon. Chthon?
Shit on?
Chthon?
What is it? CHTHON. CHTHON.
Chthon.
Sounds good.
Chthon. An elder god who carved his name into her soul before she could walk. That's fucking intense. So her power is actually older than the Vishanti, older than the order itself.
So theoretically, that means that she does channel, but she doesn't have to. So it's like, her body, her soul is the conduit to this thing that she takes with her everywhere she goes. She doesn't have to call on something.
Right.
Because it's already
It's always channeled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like direct fucking access.
Right. So she doesn't, so she's not the source of the power because, like you said, on the first level, she would eventually run out.
Yeah.
So she taps into, but she's a direct tap.
So she's direct Ethernet. Doctor Strange is connecting to the Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Which is why hers is more powerful.
Right.
You get right in there, Adrian. Direct contact. But her power is older than the Vishanti because it's come from this elder god. She don't follow the rules. Chaos magic doesn't have any fucking rules.
Well, the assumption is that if the magic came from a source before this order, right, that entity wouldn't have needed order,
right?
Which is why there's chaos, right? So I don't need order if I'm the only fucking person in existence, or I'm at the top of the food chain of everything that exists.
Right.
I don't need to have order. I could be God.
Yep.
Right. I can make whatever rule I want.
I mean, her powers make her almost a god.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is her spells run on emotion.
Yeah, that's the fuck.
Like, of course, right?
Of course, that's a limitation. Like Jean Grey, one of the more powerful entities in the universe.
Yep.
And, she has a breakdown and then everything goes to shit.
Yeah, it's like when Wanda's calm, she's like a guardian angel, dude.
Right.
Keeps everything in order. When she's fucked up, everything else is fucked up.
Yep.
She also... This is something where I would love you to chime in a little bit. Give me my Adrian explanation to this. So she rewrites probability. And if she pushes hard enough, she rewrites reality. What the her chaos magic, she can rewrite probability. Is that just anything that could potentially happen?
Exactly. It's like I'm sitting here and I have a couple of ways out of this room. I could walk through the door, or I can crawl through the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
I can knock a hole through the wall. I could blow the window out.
Right.
So now, what am I going to do once I decide to get out? These are all probable.
Yeah.
Now, reality is, I get up and I actually walk out the door.
Yeah.
So what has happened is the reality. What could happen is the probability. And so she can reshape the probability. So I might have the door, the ceiling, the glass, the wall.
Yeah.
She could say, well, let's create a fucking wormhole.
Right.
Let's get rid of the room.
Yep.
Let's get rid of the building. So she can change what could happen, which could then change what will happen.
Yeah, I think that's the key. It's not she's changing your outcome within your reality. She's changing what's possible.
Correct.
That's a whole nother level. Like, to your point, you have a few ways out. She can make a fucking trap door right underneath your seat and you're out.
Exactly.
She could turn you into spaghetti and you slide under the door. Like, there's nothing off limits.
Literally.
And then if she pushes hard enough, she rewrites the entire reality.
Yep. To
where now what you remember about your life can be different.
Well, no, it's two different things. So remember, she can change probability, then she can change reality. So changing probability by default changes the reality. But she can change the probability and she can change the fucking reality. Oh my God, we're fucking goosebumps.
Damn, dude. We're on it today,
crazy
bro.
Shit.
Yep.
What?
So remember House of M, Adrian?
Yep.
This is part of the first piece of this Marvel bundle, Marvel fucking story time, whatever fucking. The read a comic. It's about the read a comic. 3 words, no more mutants, which I know there's not everybody who watches us has read this yet. And those of you that are going to do the read with us will. But she erases an entire genetic population. That's more than a spell, dude. That's God work.
Right.
Like, there was no new mutants born for a long fucking time. Right. Because of her.
So what was the glitch? Right? Because every mutant didn't lose their powers.
Correct. Yep.
Right? So there was a glitch somewhere. Yep. Now, when you say no more, that means no more ever.
Right.
So you got 2 glitches.
Yes.
One, 100% erasure didn't happen.
Nope.
And then 100% never didn't happen.
Correct.
So a couple of glitches in there.
Oh, yeah. And I think hence the chaos, right?
Hence the chaos.
Like
Probability.
Strange is not going to have that vast of a power, but his is going to be more precise.
Correct.
He's not going to fuck shit up. She's going to go over the fucking top. Like, you ever play golf?
Yes.
Are you good at it?
No.
I don't think most people are, right? But it's kind of like, can you hit the ball accurate and for power? The harder you hit the ball, less accurate it's going to be.
Correct.
That's kind of like Wanda's. It's bigger.
Not necessarily.
If you're not good.
I
was thinking of my own game.
I can hit the ball.
Yeah.
It's not. It might be accurate. It might be powerful.
Yeah.
It might not be accurate. It might not be powerful. it could be both.
Yes.
Or it could be neither one of them.
So it's kind of like my golf game is more chaos. Okay.
Yes.
So if you're a good golfer, you can hit the ball for power when you need to, precision, all that good stuff. Mine, there's no accuracy. Right. But I can hit the ball a fucking mile, dude.
Sure.
It ain't going to go straight. I don't know where it's going to go.
It might go into the balls of the person that's right next to me.
Dude. It's going to go a long way. But it's kind of like the preciseness of Strange's magic is not as powerful as Wanda's, but he's more precise.
I think that Wanda can be precise.
Yeah.
And I think that she is more powerful. Because the magic is older and more vast and it has fewer rules.
Right.
I think she also has access to more knowledge than Strange.
Yeah.
Right. Whether she thinks about it or not. And she doesn't have to remember incantations. She just do.
Right.
So I think she can be powerful and precise, but the chaos really kicks in when she's off her fucking rocker.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. And then I think the higher she goes on that scale, the more there is a chance for some of these glitches.
Sure.
Right? Because no more mutants, that's an extreme, it's a traumatic response. Like she's fucking snapping. And that's a level of power that like is above anything we've probably seen up to that point. But because it's so vast, so, trauma-based, you're gonna have these little glitches in there,
Right.
which is at least how I view it.
I give you an example, right? When Strange helped Peter when he made everybody forget who he was, right? So he had a strategic and a probable outcome.
Right.
So the strategy was, we're going to make everybody forget who you were, right? Which he succeeded. But I don't think they fully understood the outcome of what would happen when everybody forgot Peter.
Right.
Wanda can make everybody forget Peter. And now that they're looking at the result of what happened, she can change that too if she wants to.
Yeah.
Right? So that makes her far more powerful than Strange. Because once Strange releases something, he can't do anything about it. Unless he then do something, he could do something else, but she could literally change the outcome of what had happened before.
So all I'm saying, Marvel, I know y'all are watching. They gotta be. Wanda better be in these 2 motherfucking movies.
Right.
There's a lot of characters like we talked about earlier, Jean Grey, Storm, they're in, they're not. There's so many in. If Wanda's not in these 2 movies, we have a fucking problem, dude.
Dude, we should have probably talked about Doom first and saved Wanda for
Yeah, right. Well. But I don't know, dude. You say that, but we're almost on Doom. She's unpredictable. I think that's probably one of her biggest weaknesses, right? And she's all over the place, dude. She could be saving the world in the morning and then fucking erase it by lunchtime.
Right.
Because something fucking just rubbed her the wrong way. That's why when a lot of people were pushing back about Doctor Strange too, she just had this same story in WandaVision. Why is she losing her shit here? It doesn't make sense. If you've ever read a comic with WandaVision, it does make perfect sense. She's all over the fucking place.
Yep.
That is her weakness. If not, she'd be unstoppable.
Absolutely.
If her power set and her access to this magic and that chaos magic, if she wasn't emotionally unstable, you would have to nerf her.
She would be God Emperor Doom.
Absolutely.
Or above.
Yeah.
Right? Because she has the power and she has the strategy. Think about that.
Yeah. So I think it makes perfect sense that what happened in WandaVision and her next step was fuck it, I'm going through the multiverse and I'm going to find my fucking kids.
Yeah.
Tell you what, she loves her family. Yeah. Give her that, It's fuck everybody else's families. She's definitely not, fighting for the cause. She ain't leading no protest, dude. She'd fucking wipe everybody out.
Most people would.
Yeah.
I think there would probably be, if people really had powers like that, there would probably be 2 people on the planet.
Yeah.
Because think about it, dude. How many times do you think about wiping something out because it pissed you off, dude?
Fucking every day. On my way here, fucking people driving every fucking day, dude. But she scares the Vishanti because she's unpredictable.
Sigh. And so why would anyone be afraid of somebody else? Because they think they're a threat.
Yeah.
Which means that they have a power, they have a potential to do something that supersedes or exceeds your capability. Right?
Yep.
So many people are afraid of the police because the police has a power that a regular citizen does not. The police should fear the National Guard because the National Guard is that in between a full military force and a police force, right? And then you got the military. Military just fucking runs over everybody. So you can't say that the army and your local police is at the same level. And so the Vishanti is kind of looking at this the same way.
Right.
We're the local police force. We got this old, we don't even know how old this magic is. So yeah, they're afraid.
So, speaking of being afraid, Victor Von Doom, the Latverian monarch, he's a super genius.
Yep.
His mother's soul's trapped in hell. She made a deal with the devil, Adrian. He learned sorcery to solve his own personal grief. And then I guess science to solve everything else, pretty much.
Sure.
I mean, he's he almost take some Wanda, take some Strange, and take some Reed and roll them all into one.
Yep.
And a little bit of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You got Doom.
Yep.
Is that fair? He's a kind of a mixture of all. He's an egomaniac, right?
Yep.
He is a fucking genius.
So the egomaniac, that's Strange.
Yep.
The genius, Tony.
Tony and Reed.
And Reed.
And the egomaniac, Tony, too.
Yeah,
and fucking Reed.
And Reed.
Shit. He's a tech guy, too.
Yeah.
Like his armor, again, we touched on this earlier. It's not just for looks and for, blocking him from being cut with a fucking sword.
Right.
There's his armor performs spells and shit. Like he's taken these magic and turned it into code almost.
Yeah.
And fused it into his suit to where he's running spells at real time. His suit is not creating energy. It's tapping into magic.
Right.
But instead of him saying, by the fucking whatever, by Odin's beard or whatever the fucking, I love that one. By Odin's beard. Like, what are you, channeling Odin's beard? Imagine that. By Adrian's beard. I'm just saying that here.
Hey.
But his suit does that for him. Real time. Techno sorcery, they call it.
So this is such a hidden gem that I don't even want to do my hidden gem. But the hidden gem that I was gonna do, maybe I will.
Yeah, just don't spoil it.
Has something like that where there's a symbiosis between the person and what the person is wearing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you're right. It's like you don't have to, fucking do the havoc wiggle and do all this other, all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Doom shit is just like, it's almost like his magic is like an AI working in tandem with him.
Right.
To help him, to guide him, to, protect him, basically.
Yeah. His armor channels the dimensional energy.
Yes.
He doesn't have to. But I think through him thinking whatever, but he doesn't have to, do all the Doctor Strange shit and by the eyes of Vishanti and
but
he just fucking
by the time you said that on a
he's blasted your ass. It almost has an Iron Man level of, I guess, latency. Like Iron Man just fucking pulls the thing up and shoots you.
Right.
He's not going by the power of my arc reactor. He just fucking pop, bitch, fuck you. But that's kind of how Doom wields the magic.
Yeah.
But it's because of the prep, though. That's where the genius stuff.
Sure.
In Doom, I mean, he ain't Batman level, but he's a prep guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's prepared for the fight before it fucking happens.
Well, you got to think with all of his responsibilities. There's a name for a person, a real name for a person that they have mastery of several disciplines that puts them at this extraordinarily intelligent level. Right. I got to look that up. But Doom, Reed, Tony Stark, they are these types of people.
Yeah.
Reed before Valeria, Reed was like, I mean, Doom is super genius. Tony is super genius in their own way, but Reed is like, his mind is a mind that comes around like every 100, 200, 500 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, dude, he's top fucking tier.
Right. But Doom, he might not be as smart as Reed, like on the things that he does, but he knows so much about so much shit.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that he's a master chef, he's a master tactician, he's a master combatant. I mean, all of this shit.
I think one of the biggest differences between him and Reed, and this is where he connects more with Tony Stark, is Reed may know more, but Doom has the balls to do more. Like, Reed knows a lot of shit, and I think he knows more than what he does, but I feel like Doom's got the balls to fucking put it in motion. Because Reed's smarter than Doom.
I disagree with that. Reed does it in a different way, though.
Okay.
Doom's thing is he's a voracious consumer of tech and magic.
Okay.
He's like that Komodo dragon. He never stops wanting to fucking eat, right? And he does that by he gets what he wants by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Like he'll attack Galactus because he wants his power, right? Reed, he won't attack Galactus, but he'll try to figure out a way to stop Galactus if Galactus is trying to harm the planet or something.
Okay.
He's not going to go and attack Galactus to steal his power. Fucking Doom will attack attacks the Silver Surfer to steal his power. So he wants this power because he is a constant consumer of ever increasing power. So you see his actions more than you see Reed. Reed is popping. He's creating all this shit.
Yeah,
he pops around the multiverses
it's just in
and all
different
this
ways.
It's just a different way of doing it, right?
Yep. Doom is not afraid to use his stuff to make himself more powerful.
Correct.
Reed, I think, is using it more for, at least in his eyes, humanity.
Right.
Like, part of in which I can't wait till we get to. I'm excited about this reading guide because I've read a lot of this stuff, but it's been like toe dipping. You zooming through it just to. But there's a part of the Fantastic Four run where Doom gets obsessed with this solve everything idea. He's trying to, as much as he knows, he's trying to prevent every potential negative outcome for him, his family, the people around him. But he gets obsessed with that, solving everything. And that's where he is using, power and knowledge to an insane level, traveling through the multiverse.
Wait, who is this?
Reed.
Okay.
The bridge.
Because I'm like,
it could be any
one
of these motherfuckers,
right?
yeah. But he's going, trying to find the answer to every potential problem here, which is where we get on this path of incursions, and he's trying to prevent them and the whole fucking thing. But I feel like Doom is more, I'm going to use it for me and my people, his people just being people in Latveria.
Correct.
He's trying to save the whole fucking universe.
But it does extend to the planet if the planet is being attacked in some kind of way. And it will extend to the universe.
Yep.
So he's always looking at what's the farthest this threat is going to affect, what I'm doing, and he meets that challenge.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he's looking for things that potentially could help with a threat that doesn't even exist yet.
Sure.
So he's attacking Galactus and Silver Surfer because he wants that power, because maybe one day I'll need it to protect the univerce.
Right.
Just because I want it.
It sounds a lot like Batman in a way. Like, with the Justice League, where I'm going to learn how to fucking take out every member of the Justice League, just in case I need it,
Just in case.
His willpower is at an insane level. I think it's hard for these like gods and entities to tempt him because he already worships himself. He ain't worshiping these motherfuckers. He worships himself.
Right. He is looking at them out of the corner of his eye to figure out, do you have something I want?
Exactly.
And how can I get it if I do?
It's not like where Strange is channeling the energy. Doom's more like, how can I do what that person's doing?
Exactly.
How can I steal it from them, recreate it?
Right.
I ain't trying to channel their shit. I don't want to fucking owe them anything.
You know who's like that? But on the other side of the fence, Luthor.
Okay.
He hates Superman because he's a god flying around in a fucking cape, but he wants that power. Luthor is literally looking at everything. That's why he has all these companies.
Yeah.
And these strategic groups, because he's constantly looking for power.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Dr. Doom. The more we talk about each of these, I'm like, these are some amazing fucking deep characters, dude.
Right.
Like, his armor's basically a fucking supercomputer with magic.
Yep.
It can run enchantments in real time. We've not seen anything like this in the MCU yet.
Right.
The closest was Ironheart with her suit.
Right. Well, the AI, right?
Yeah.
So imagine, right? So you got the tech. You know the magic. They're two separate things.
Right.
Now you have the wherewithal to bring these things together. Not only bring them together, but kind of automate them.
Yeah.
Right? So you have your tech running your magic and your magic running your tech. All of it to protect you without your necessary intervention. Because one of the things that when he first came out was Doom's armor can withstand a direct nuclear hit.
Right.
Right. But he does that through force fields. Well, he's not like Magneto with the everlasting condom, right?
Right.
So his force field comes up instantaneously at the threat. So his armor reacts to whatever threat that there is. And so now you add magic to that. It's predictive.
Right.
So, that's just got all kinds of
craziness, dude. Crazy. Two comic lines that really show who Doom is. There's one, I've not read this one yet. It's called it's Triumph and Torment. He teams with Doctor Strange. He raids hell literally to rescue his mother's soul. So the point there is you just see that Doom's not just an evil guy. He's evil depending on what side of the fucking coin you're on. Right? Like, to say he's a villain, is that a stretch? Or I guess it depends.
I wouldn't call him a villain. I think he does villainous stuff.
Yeah.
But we all do.
Right.
You know? To me, Doom is like, he's a force of nature. He's benign. He's like, I mean, you can think about money, you know, it's like, you know, I'm not going to take this money because it came from a drug dealer. Fuck that.
Right.
You know, it's what you do with it. The money doesn't care where it ends up, right?
Yeah.
Or like think of a beast. Like I always use the Komodo dragon.
Yep.
One of the most useless animals on the planet, but it exists. It does two things. It hunts and it eats. That's it.
Right.
So Doom is one of those just benign forces of nature, and whatever he turns his attention to will get the full brunt of his attention.
Right.
So I don't consider him a villain at all. The Hobgoblin is a villain.
Exactly.
The Rhino is a villain.
Yep.
You know, fucking Penguin is a villain. You know, Doom is just that thing that moves through space and things happen when he goes.
Here's how I would categorize it. So we were familiar with the term anti-hero.
Yes.
Deadpool, anti-hero.
Sure.
Which really means like the character lacks traditional heroic qualities, like integrity, things like that. But they are usually doing things that kind of line up with the greater good. They just have, I guess, some suspect ways about going about this, right? Like Punisher's an anti-hero.
Right.
He's gonna fucking kill 30 people to get peace. You know, it's like a peacemaker type shit.
Sure.
I think that Doom to me aligns with the term anti-villain. Okay, so AI tells me anti-villain is a character who functions as an antagonist but has noble or sympathetic motivations using questionable or immoral methods to achieve their goals. Not a traditional villain who's like pure evil. Their intentions are a lot of times understood or maybe even labeled as righteous by other people. To me, Doom falls in that anti-villain, you know? Who else would be an anti-villain? I mean, I think
Thanos.
Yeah. Is Lex too much of a villain to be an anti-villain? Or
absolutely.
Yeah.
He's just,
Magneto's one that I think has been portrayed as a villain early on.
Yeah.
But I think is more anti-villain.
I would agree with that.
You know, so, and I think I think we live in a society where people are going to gravitate more towards the anti-villains, the anti-heroes, than they are the heroes and the villains.
Yeah, I agree.
Because everything ain't just black and white, dude.
Right.
There's a lot of gray.
Well, I mean, people understand that there's no such thing as black and white. There's always nuances to everything, right? Even when you see something that appears to be black and white, there's some nuance that got you to that point, right? So, and you know, most people understand that what you see is not 100%. Like I said, there are things about people that I like and that I would take away from them, but I'm most certainly not going to follow one person 100% of the time.
Right. You should say it like Trump. Black. Why does he say it like that? It's like black, all the black people. I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know why he does it. I have no idea. But
it sounds to me like he hates black people so bad that the word makes him want to throw up.
He can't even say it right.
Right.
Black.
It's like he want to throw up just saying the word. That's some foul shit. Well, I was listening to something yesterday. Damn, I sound like I was having a stroke there.
You excited?
Henry Ford. Hi, let me write this down, dude.
This dude is this a hidden turd, Adrian?
Was supposedly so racist, dude. He did some crazy shit against like everybody.
Damn.
But anyway, I'm gonna do a deep dive maybe another time, but I gotta do some more research for it. Yeah.
If you guys are watching and you want more of Mike and Adrian, you can get us tomorrow on other stuff. There's a link in the description. Join the membership. You get this podcast early sometimes, but you get a whole nother podcast where we loosen up the collar a little bit on that one. I mean, not that we have a tight collar on this one either. So you can imagine what the fuck happens there, Anyways, top. I mean, big characters as far as a magic standpoint. I think it's good for, 'tis the season, right? Mm-hmm. Halloween magic. But dude, I learned a lot doing this deep dive.
Right.
And these 3 characters, we know Doom's going to be obviously a major piece of these next 2 movies. I hope Doctor Strange and Wanda are up there equally. And I'm very intrigued into this Sorcerer Supreme comic story as well.
Yeah. Should do the same thing on the DC side.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah. So you got what's the cat with the helmet? Because he's just a vessel. There's an entity like
Dr.
Fate.
Fate, yep.
So just like Jean being taken over by the Phoenix Force, Dr. Fate is taken over by this age-old entity, right? So you got Dr. Fate, you got Katana, you got Constantine. So you find some big names in there and do something with that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that next week. Top DC. So they call us Marvel shills all the time, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Another character that we mentioned early on today that will probably play a big role in Doomsday and Secret Wars is Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so different take. We're not going to do a deep dive into Loki, but I was thinking about him as a character, and I don't know of another character in any cinematic universe that has gone through this transition like Loki has, full circle from being, you talk about anti-hero, Loki was a villain day one in the MCU. Right? There's no anti-villain about him.
No.
He's an asshole to be an asshole.
Correct.
Jealous of his brother, envious of his brother, wants to be king, will go at extreme limits to take out his own brother.
Right.
The reason Thor was even sent to fucking Earth in the first place was Loki.
Right. Got the redheaded stepchild syndrome. Yeah, you're not my real daddy. That bullshit.
Yep. We've seen his debut in the first Thor movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's this insecure son of Odin. He's clever though, right? He's always got a trick up his sleeves. And he discovers that he's actually a frost giant. He's adopted he learns that in this movie. So now he's even more pissed off, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just fucking destroys him. And then his motivation is not just I want to rule. I want to matter. I want to be something.
Right.
But he goes about it in the most, I guess, mischievous ways.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to prove his worth by destroying the Jotunheim. He ends up falling into the void and whatever. We think he's dead. Then Avengers comes out. Now he's not just the trickster. He's also the one invading Earth. We learn that he down the road, he's corrupted by the Mind Stone. He's actually being manipulated by Thanos. But he's there for, as he put it, glorious purpose, dude. He wants to rule the Earth now.
Sure.
Fuck it. I can't rule my realm. My brother's being a fucking asshole. I'm going to come down here and rule the Earth, He caused a fucking mess in that movie.
Which is what he does.
Right.
Causes messes.
Yep. And
he's the trickster and the lord of illusion for many reasons.
Yeah.
And he uses those things to his advantage.
And then he gets humiliated at the end. Now, I guess the core theme is he craves this purpose. It is about that. He wants to rule. Mm-hmm. He wants to be idolized. He wants a legacy. But he ain't gonna go. He know he's not gonna get it from just being the good son, so he's gonna fucking steal it in some way, shape, or form.
But like most misguided people, it's like, why do you have to do that in order to have a purpose? You can do some other shit.
Yep.
And not have all this, but it speaks to what's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's inside of him.
Yep.
So that's what he wanted to do.
And then he's the ultimate trickster, which we see in Thor: The Dark World. So remember, the mother dies here.
Mm-hmm.
We do see Loki grieve Frigga, right? So we see that he actually, there's, some, I guess, humanity to him.
Right. Well, that is the only mother he knew.
Correct.
Right?
So that one hit him. And him and Thor work together in this movie, but he gets the last laugh. He fakes his own death. Mm-hmm. So he helps Thor, defeat the fucking Dark Elf. Ooh, as Thor does it. Ooh. but then he takes over the fucking throne.
Right.
So like even though he's helping his brother, he's manipulating him. He's got another plan at the end.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna help you to get what I want. And then Thor is off doing his Thor stuff in Ragnarok. Remember when he shows back up to Asgard and Loki is impersonating Odin,
right,
ruling over. So he kind of got his wish. You know, I want to rule. It's just they think he's Odin, but he don't give a fuck. He's playing along. And then even in that movie, you see them team up a little bit, and you see every time they fucking turn the corner, Loki's turning on Thor again.
Right. When Thor went to battle the Hulk.
Yep.
And then at the end, by now Thor knows that regardless of how much you're helping me,
right.
I know you're gonna try to fuck me at the end. So he actually had him set up at the end of that one.
He did, yep. And then in the Infinity War, we see him killed by Thanos early in the movie, and now he's fully on Thor's side. But that's not where the full I guess it's a little convoluted because it's a Loki variant that gets the full redemption, because you got the show Loki. Remember, he grabs the Tesseract in Endgame, when they go back in time, and Hulk fucks everything up. Loki grabs the Tesseract and bounces, which then creates that alternate timeline with the TVA. But in that show, he's still kind of dealing with this desire for purpose, right? But he starts to almost shift, not even to an anti-hero, to pretty much a hero,
right, in
this show, because he realizes that, I think maybe he feels this is more his calling.
I thought, I remember this, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I thought it was something that he saw or experienced when he was at the TVA that kind of started turning him. Yeah.
Hey, there definitely was. God, I haven't seen the first season in so long.
Right.
But there was shit that I think that when they were playing back all of these moments, I think he kind of realized, like, dude, you're an asshole. Like, like they kind of broke it to him, like, dude, you ain't fucking here for glorious purpose. You're just always going to be an asshole.
Right.
You know? And then when he had the chance to kind of change that, and also the timelines, like the fact that they're just pruning off these timelines. But the second season where he goes back in time and basically skills up,
right,
and realizes the only way to save this multiverse from being destroyed is using first of all, learning all this power, and then going out there and literally anchoring himself to the timelines to keep the multiverse alive. It's the ultimate sacrifice.
Right.
It becomes Loki being the trickster, wanting to rule over Asgard, rule over Earth, rule over fucking anything, to actually using his power, his magic, this TVA, all the stuff he had access to go back in time, level up, to then become the one that's keeping the multiverse alive, and giving up, because that's a selfless sacrifice. Because how many people actually know he's the one keeping this shit alive? Like 3?
Right.
You know, so that whole glorious purpose being worshipped, that ain't happening.
Well, purpose and fame is two different things.
Correct, yeah.
You can have purpose, know that you are serving your purpose, and be happy with that. You don't need other people to say, hey, Mike, you're doing a good job.
Right. So you think that's where he's at now?
Yeah, I think that's where he's at now.
Yeah. Like
fame is like, oh, Loki, you're, whatever.
Right.
But I think he's in this happy place right now.
Yeah, I think he probably learned that I don't need to be worshipped, but I have the ultimate purpose.
Absolutely.
And I'm now the one responsible for keeping all of this stuff
exactly
where everybody wants it to be.
Right. He literally has the ultimate purpose.
Damn. The trickster becoming the ultimate protector, dude.
There you go.
That's a hell of a fucking arc right there.
Yep.
So, Adrian, couple more things we need to get through today. We got We Respond, and then we got a hidden gem. I feel like it's going to be magic based. Is that what you're alluding to?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, hey, stay tuned. All right. So let's see. You got some comments. We got Mr. Corden, 85. He says, hey guys, I love this podcast. It got me through many days at work. Another working class fan, Adrian. I started from the first ones on Spotify, working my way to the newest, and then you introduced me to the ding noise. When I'm in my car, I have my earbuds. It's so loud and annoying. I skipped to the recent cast a few months back. It's still happening. I love the cast. You guys are great, but if you can at least turn the ding down. You mean this one? I think they are a little bit lower now. Honestly, tell me if this one's too loud right here. This one. I think they're a little bit lower. You know,
well, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it? You
no, what was it?
And he says also, the only reason I started listening to my other casts again, but I still love what you guys do. Near perfect podcast, kill the ding, LOL. McSkeeter says, just watch the last 2 episodes back to back. It's been a hectic 2 weeks, but all caught up. Your bucket should be there. I got the bucket. I haven't even unpacked it yet, McSkeeter, but I appreciate it. McSkeeter sent us a Galactus bucket.
Nice.
Now he says that they fucked it up and they broke a piece of it, so we're going to have to glue it back together. But we got glue. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All around great episodes as usual, and we need a read a comic shirt. I think we do need that one. Keep the bundles coming. They're coming. I'm reading House of M right now. Nice. Snyder just needs to admit defeat and recognize he messed up by not following the MCU model of story building, but you guys have a great week and happy Halloween. Well, you too, and happy Halloween. OG Dirte, what up, Mike and Adrian? What about a deep dive into Marvel and DC multiverse rules or canon events? Okay. I saw something about Marvel canon rules that says Uncle Ben must die for Peter to be Spider-Man. If you change that, it causes the timeline to collapse. For example, Into the Spider-Verse, Miles tries to prevent some canon events. It destroys realities. If you go to the Marvel lore, Tom Holland's Spider-Man shouldn't exist. There was no Uncle Ben. Wouldn't that mean Spider-Man caused the incursion? Possibly. That's a good deep dive, though. We just did the magic one. I think maybe in a couple weeks we'll do that multiverse. Because they both have multiverses, but there are different rules, right? DJ Super Soldier, AWOD, my guys. Firstly, Adrian's shirt is fire. Oh, you had the Justice League one on last week. Hit that button, Mike. Finally. The reading guide's coming. You're right. Finally, DJ. So I made the decision to watch Batman vs. Superman again. Why the fuck would you do that to yourself? Fell asleep after about 20 minutes, went back to finish a few days later, and Prime took it off, and now I gotta pay. Even Prime knew I shouldn't watch it because there ain't no way I'm paying for that shit.
Yeah, Prime is becoming like a mall.
Yeah.
Right?
Here today, going tomorrow.
No. You have free access to the mall, but you got to pay to go into all the fucking stores.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. It's like every other movie there is you got to pay for it now.
Yep. Jelani Latif Music says, peace, Mike and Adrian. Huge fan of the podcast. First time commenting regarding Jeremy Renner. He was actually run over by his own 14,000-pound snowplow while trying to save his nephew from being hit. He was pulled under the tracks and crushed, resulting in broken ribs, broken leg, collapsed lung. That's insane, dude.
Wait a minute. So he was riding on the tractor.
Yep.
Saw his nephew, jumped off the tractor.
Something like that. Yeah. I think he left it running.
Was he driving it? Was he on it?
He was on it. Yeah. I think he was helping like a neighbor or something. It was a big snowstorm. And he was over helping them plow out. And I think that his nephew was out in the way. I don't know the details of that, but all I know is he got off, and I think he didn't stop the fucking tractor, and it kept going. So he gets his nephew out of the way, and then he gets fucking run over.
He couldn't have just turned the steering wheel to go?
I don't know. The point is, he's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Wasn't like he just, fell off and broke his leg, but holy shit, yeah. Regarding race swapping characters, Nick Fury was technically race swapped. I hear they changed him in the animated Avengers series with Samuel L. Jackson in mind with the live action movies. One last thing. Speaking of Nick Fury, I'd love to hear Adrian do a hidden gem on S.H.I.E.L.D. Wishing you both continued success. That'd be a good one.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I do have to correct you though, Jaylani. I don't believe that Nick Fury was a race swap. So there was a Ultimate Universe in the comics, and they modeled that version of, so I guess they race swapped him in the comics. They modeled that version of Nick Fury after Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson said, I'll allow it as long as if you ever bring this character to live action, I get to play him.
Okay, so the character that most people grew up with. See, when you get these multiverses and this fucking alternate universes, yeah, you can put anything you want in them. But the Nick Fury that most of us grew up with was a white dude.
Yeah.
So from that, he got race swapped.
He did. In the comics.
Yeah.
Which maybe my rule only applies to live action, Adrian. Maybe you don't take a comic character and swap him in live action.
You don't take a comic character and swap him.
But then we'd have no Miles.
That's an alternate universe in an alternate universe.
So is the Black Nick Fury.
But he's in ours now, right?
Well, now he's in. Well, they started the MCU with him.
Oh, so the Miles and then all these other Spider-Mans. Yeah, you're gonna have fucking Spider-Mans and you're gonna have Nick Furies and other universes and stuff. But when you bring them into this one,
yeah.
So what if Miles took Peter out?
I mean, Miles is in the main after Secret Wars. He's in the main.
Yeah, but he's in his own universe.
Not anymore.
No?
He's in the main line. Yeah.
This is bullshit. So wait a minute, do you have Miles and Peter?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's different though.
Okay.
So you didn't have a black Peter Parker, is what I'm saying.
Correct. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. I guess I just was okay with it because it started in the comic. You know, my rules around race swapping is very nuanced. I mean, I think that's the problem is like, it's hard to go a flat yes or no. There are some characters where it's a bigger deal than others, right? But it's kind of like, I guess the best answer is just do hard no.
Right.
To alleviate certain ones that may be offensive.
So I would even accept a black Superman.
Okay.
So fucking split in the universes and some black Superman came through and for whatever reason, Clark went away.
Yeah.
Right? Same name, Clark, all that kind of stuff. As long as it's acknowledged that he came over, not all of a sudden the credits stop running and you got a black Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on. Slapper Wrestling says, "Wow, my guys, the Catwoman mentioned followed by the oh God had me dying." Same as when y'all do read a comic. Read a comic. DC rushing their universe was such a major mistake. There's a way to do what Marvel does, just not that way. 100%.
Yep.
Look at Godzilla Monsterverse or the Conjuring universe, which both did it right and they were both profitable. That's a good point. While both were loved mostly by fans and critics. I think what Snyder fans don't realize, the majority don't vibe with the way he shoots his movies. Also, Army of the Dead and 300 were far better than his DC. Yeah, I think 300 was better than anything he did in the DC.
Absolutely.
Mike, love your idea of Sinister as the Loki-like character in the next phase. If he is done well in live action, he'll be a very popular villain. Dude, Sinister would kill it as that Loki character from a minor villain that would have Apocalypse in the shadows.
Sure. Like
Thanos was. Guys, I hit 60 horror movies in total for the month. Holy shit, dude. That's more than one a day. Bro, you watching 2 fucking movies a day. Classic Halloween to end it. That's a good one. That's a great one. I was watching movies on my breaks and staying up late. He's at work watching movies and shit. Next month is Batman month. All Batman movies. I love that. Still need the Manifold hidden gem and hope it knocks your socks off. He is Aboriginal Australian, which is cool as fuck. Some questions for my guys. Mike, your hype level for Scream 7 and the return of Stu. And then what DC movie do y'all think James Gunn will make next that's not a Superman or Supergirl movie? Let's answer that question first. So we know Supergirl's coming next. We know Man of Tomorrow's coming in 2 years. What do you think he should, how about we go, what do you think he should make? Because it's hard to predict what he's gonna.
Who?
James Gunn.
Yeah, James
what
Gunn.
DC movie should he make that's not going to be Superman, Supergirl right now?
Who's making the Green Lantern one? Do we know?
It's DCU, but that's a show. So that's already confirmed. Show. Yeah. I mean, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Which is it? Flash? Is it Batman?
I think he should pull some obscure person, some B-level character.
Got it.
I mean, Aquaman technically is kind of BC-ish.
What about a legit Aquaman, like not the Momoa version, like the blonde hair Superman of the ocean type of character?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
It'd be a good contrast to all the Superman sky shit, right?
Right.
Like, Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. A true Aquaman. I also even think, like, let's do the Flash right.
Right.
Let's not do this Ezra Miller shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's, one of the big ones, but let's just do the Flash right.
Mm.
A real fucking Flash movie, not overshadowed by a Michael Keaton Batman, like just a fucking Flash movie.
Right. Or I mean, why can't he do? I mean, the Green Lantern is a show. Why can't he do the movie?
A movie too, yeah.
Or Nova. Nova is
no Marvel. Yeah. I mean, they can need some help. Just send them a Marvel.
But see, this is my point. It's like once you get past 5 or 6 characters, it's hard to think what DC characters even exist.
And especially someone they haven't done already.
Right.
Right? Like, I mean.
Like done the shit out of.
Exactly. Like you get Black Adam. You just did Black Adam a few years ago. Right. I mean, Shazam, they fucking made that into a fucking comedy
fucking
kids. Question 1, Mike, what is your hype level for Scream 7 and the Return of Stu? So I've been going on a Scream binge, Adrian. Mm-hmm. I've seen the first one a dozen times. I love that movie. I watched the second one again for the first time in years. I watched the third, the fourth. I'm halfway through the fifth. And there's a sixth one, and there's a seventh one coming out in February. Yeah. The first 3 are very connected. It's like a trilogy.
Wait a minute. Why is a horror movie coming out for Valentine?
I don't fucking know. Like, that should be October.
Right.
Whatever. And wait till I tell you some other shit about this fucking movie.
Oh, wait till I tell you some other shit about Valentine.
Oh, anyway. Shit. So, Scream 7. Am I hyped for it? It's hard because I don't like a lot of the shit that went on in the background with these movies. So, Scream 5, or just titled Scream, came out in 2022. You had Jen Ortega in this. You had Melissa Barrera in this. And Melissa's a Mexican actress. She spoke out against Israel. She basically made some comments about there being genocide or whatever the fuck going on over there.
She's gone.
And they fired her.
Yep. Do that.
Now, this was in like 2022, 23, whatever. Now, she said that then, and then you look at all the stuff that's going on right now, you go, did she really say anything out of turn?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You just can't speak out against certain groups of people.
Nope.
That's what you're saying. So they got rid of her. And then because of that, Jen Ortega decided not to go back. Almost like, hey, you're not going to have her back because of these. I'm not coming back either. Fuck you guys. And Jen Ortega's a pretty big name. So Neve Campbell, who was Sydney in the original series, she did not return for the last movie because of contract disputes, pretty much. She wanted more than what they were going to pay her.
Sure.
Now, without having Melissa Barrera and Jen Ortega back, now they coughed up the money and brought Neve Campbell back. So part of me is like, and I'm not usually one of those, like, let's boycott this because of what, like, dude, I was all about, Jimmy Kimmel coming back on air, but I wasn't going to cancel my Disney Plus subscription for that, dude. It's where I watch my fucking movie. Sorry. Right. I'm not, for some causes I'm down with, that ain't one of them. So I don't know that I would flat out, not go see this movie because of that. But it has me like feeling some type of way about this Scream movie, to be honest. My personal feelings.
Do you still listen to R. Kelly songs?
I won't intentionally put them on.
But you'll listen to them?
I'll listen to them, yeah, but not as much as I would prior to. Yeah.
I get it. It's kind of the same thing where, this is where most people talk about the freedom of speech. And you can say whatever you want to. Right. That's free. Yeah. But you're not free of consequences.
Correct.
Right. And this is what happens when you pick scabbable subjects, right? So you have the freedom to say whatever you want, but you will probably get fired specifically on this subject. Right?
Oh yeah. Yep. Which is, it's sad.
And a lot of actors and actresses have been boycotted, fired, all kinds of shit. Who's the what was it, a wrestler or MMA person, a female that was on the Star Wars show?
Mandalorian, Gina Carano or something like that. Yep. So I guess the good news for Melissa, though, she's still in like her career is doing fine since
Okay.
this. She's in this movie, You're a Monster. This movie, Abigail, that came out last year, was a pretty popular vampire horror movie. And she's in a couple movies coming up soon, and in some TV shows. So she's still doing fine. She ain't hurting. So I gotta, forget about all the entertainment stuff. As a human being, I gotta respect her for going, fuck y'all, I'm gonna say what I want. She also participated in a protest at the Sundance Music Festival last year against genocide in Palestine. So I gotta, commend her for taking her stance and standing up for what she believes in, and also not sabotaging her own career because she's still getting work, you know?
What church is the real church? What religion is the real religion?
None.
Whose side is actually right?
The side that's not fucking killing people by the masses. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, but the people that are killing people by the masses, they think they're right.
True, they do.
So,
so anyway, how excited I am for the movie. That definitely, I'm gonna be honest, that puts a damper on it for me.
Sure.
Doesn't mean I'm not gonna see it, but I also haven't watched 5 and 6 yet. I'm about halfway through 5, which I do like. And I've not seen 6. So let me watch those 2 this week, and then I'll fucking get back to you, you know?
Nev Campbell is still alive, huh?
She is, dude. She's still around. She's still around.
I mean, have you seen anything with her in it in the last 20 years?
Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's it?
No, she was in what? I mean, nothing new though. No, she was like in The Craft and those movies. I think she was in The Craft. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
No. She just comes back for Scream movies. So, all right. Maple Grove. Zack Snyder is the definition of a guy who just looks at pictures and doesn't read the stories. He saw a picture of a dead Robin and probably looked up who is Robin. And then he goes on to say that it just doesn't make sense for all the movies all gray when Superman is always colorful and so is Flash. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Could I say more? But I could say more, but there needs to be no fuck the Snyderverse is dead. Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, AWOB. Broman's back. He says, what's up, Mike and Adrian? Been missing on the comments, not by choice, but my comments ain't getting read last few weeks. Bro, your comments aren't there, bro. I promise you, bro, man. If I see your comment, I'm fucking reading it. So here I go again. See, I saw this one. Did you hear that Idris, whatever the fuck his name is from Snowfall, is the new Black Panther? It's all
Idris Elba?
No, he can't be talking about him. What Snowfall? I did see something. Hold on, let me pull this up. I did see some shit about this past week.
I didn't even know there was another person in the world was named
Idris. His
Idris.
last name's Idris. Damson Idris. This fella here that you can see, Adrian. I don't have it up for everyone. He was in F1. He's in Swarm Farming, Children of the Wire. Yeah, could he, by look, could he play Black Panther? Sure. Mm-hmm. I don't know about his acting. I'd imagine if he's in Snowfall, F1, he's probably a decent actor. What else is he in? Astral. Nothing I've ever seen. You know this guy? No, you know him personally, but no.
Never seen him.
He is British Nigerian. Okay. So he actually, has some African heritage, not just, now I understand Black people come from Africa down the road, but he's not African American is my point. So yeah, it looks the part. I did see some soft confirmation from Marvel, so let's see. Who knows? All right. And then he says that I don't know if he's playing actual T'Challa or the aged. Yeah, or could he be the aged up fucking kid named T'Challa? This stupid ass way of getting it.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
Fucking just replace the girl.
Just pulling from another fucking multiverse. You got Doom coming from another multiverse. Let's get T'Challa from another multiverse.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's not going to be on the side of the Avengers because they're from another universe? No, maybe he has Avengers in his universe. Just fucking make it make sense, dude.
Right.
The Captain Canada AWOD fellas, just watch.
You pulling Fantastic Four from another universe too, right?
Yeah, right. No one cares about that. So fucking bring us another T'Challa. Send Shuri home to make some new fucking suits or something. Just watched Conjuring Last Rites. It actually was pretty good, better than the last one. Hopefully I'll catch up on more horror flicks, but this World Series has been keeping me up. Well, it won't anymore, dude. Y'all took the motherfucking L, Captain Canada. Sorry, Toronto lost the World Series. Dodgers won 2 years in a row. Read a comic shirt, and on the back, Top Comics, like a band t-shirt with tour dates. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like race swapping has more cons than pros. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm a back and forth. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't, but I think the cons outweigh the pros.
Absolutely.
Have y'all watched 13 Ghosts? I have not. Have you seen that?
Fantastic movie.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bloody Knuckles Show says, yo brother, got to finish listening later. I got to do some verses for you. Captain Marvel, Thor, Iron Man, Captain, probably America versus Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Batman with a tech suit. Captain Marvel, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America versus Supes, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Batman with a tech suit. Who wins that?
Well, anything with Batman is going to dominate. So
yeah, yeah. I think that although you got Captain Marvel and Thor.
Wait a minute. Captain Marvel,
Thor, Iron Man, and
Captain America against Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman,
Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern. I still think DC takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Wonder Woman to take out will go up against Thor.
Okay.
Captain America, Batman and Captain America go at it.
Yeah.
And Captain America, I mean Batman is planning for everybody.
Right. And he's got a tech suit in this battle, so he's gonna take out Cap.
The only Captain Marvel might be an issue.
Yeah, because she could go toe to toe with Supes.
Yeah, but you know she's gonna spend too much time fixing her face, so that she's also not as fast as Supes.
True.
She can do faster than light.
Yeah,
but she's just not that quick.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be the Justice League as much as it pains me to admit that. So. Fox wanted to do Fantastic Four versus X-Men movie, but never did it. So Fantastic Four versus Jean, Cyclops, Wolverine, and Beast. Who would win Fantastic Four versus Jean, Cyclops, Wolverine, and Beast? Oh,
X-Men.
Jean. Yeah, all day. Jean would wipe them out. But, I mean, Sue's pretty fucking powerful, but she ain't Phoenix level.
Right.
So, anyway, John Bon says, hidden gem, Necron and the Black Hand. He's been suggesting this for fucking 9 months. I think we got to take John, or his real name's Brian, but Brian out of hidden gem jail. Remember he had that one bad one a long time ago and we put him in timeout?
Yep. Who's this, John?
John Bon says, Necron, Nekron, and the Black Hand. Is that a racial thing because Adrian's black? Is that why? Damn, bro. That's fucked up, John Bon. Sons of Sekhmet says Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Sweet Tarts, Kit Kat Nerds, and Little Debbie Star Cruncher, his go-to candies, okay? Dude, they got they have the Reese's like eggs for Easter.
Yeah.
They got the bats for Halloween. They're fucking good, dude. Yep. That dude Pablo says, hey, Hawkeye is cool. He obviously ain't Hulk or Spider-Man cool, but I only realized it after reading Matt Fraction and David Yah's run. We probably don't need him in Secret Wars, though. Yeah, I mean, Hawkeye is cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
But, I mean, we just kind of, having some fun with it, But, yeah, he probably doesn't need to be there. John Bon says, we need Hawkeye in these last two Avengers movies. If you look back and see what movies the Avengers lost in, Hawkeye wasn't in it. So we need him. That's a good logic.
Actually, if you think about it, the people that typically runs are the regular people, the humans.
Right.
They usually, so Batman with the Justice League, right? Superman steps in every once in a while.
Sure.
I mean, there are no normals in the X-Men, but Scott is probably the most
correct.
Normal. So it's the normal, just regular people that runs the biggest shit. Nick Fury, what's her face?
Alan, fucking Valentina, D'Allegro, LaFontaine, fucking 9 last names. Fucking shit.
Yep.
OG says Mike caused the Snyderverse revival. You think it's talking about it so bad that I fucking sparked it? It's my fault.
Yep.
Okay, it happens, dude. It's my chaos magic.
You created an incursion.
I did. And Sons of Sekhmet also says, we don't need Hawkeye. See, we're going back and forth on this. It's funny. Marvel wants strong female lead characters, but they had to kill off Black Widow in Endgame. Hawkeye should have been Dust instead. I don't give a fuck about Black Widow's sister. I'm sure you agree.
I agree. I agree with all the above.
Yeah. That's a great point. Like, you had Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. You fucking killed it with her.
Right.
And y'all do want strong female lead characters, which I'm fine with when it makes sense.
Sure.
But if you take a character that's not a strong lead character and you make them a strong lead character just because they're a female, that's weird.
Yeah.
You could have done that with Black Widow.
Yep.
She could be. Imagine her leading the Thunderbolts versus Yelena. I mean, Yelena, I like Yelena more than you, but it would be a better Thunderbolts group and have more validity to the whole new Avengers name if Black Widow's there.
Correct.
Natasha, that is. So that is We Respond. Adrian, you got a hidden gem.
Yep.
What do you got this week?
Well, it wasn't as awe-inspiring as your breakdown, but so this week's hidden gem is this character. I haven't seen him in years. Actually, he came out. He's been out in some shows. Anyway, let me just get to it. Deathlock.
Yeah. Okay.
What? L-O-K. Death, L-O-K.
Yep.
So basically, he's a cyborg. So there's been a few of them in the past, right? So, well, there's been a few Deathlocks. So the first one was Luther Manning. He came from a different reality.
Okay.
Right? Then there was John Kelly. He was the first Deathlock on 616. Then there was Michael Collins. He was another Deathlock, a Roxxon employee. So there was like 5 of them, right? Then you had a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, speaking of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jack Truman. And then when he got body swapped, a Larry Young took over. And then there was another cat that's working with the X-Force right now. Nobody really knows who this character is, but another alternate universe character.
Okay.
Now, Deathlock. What is Deathlock? Deathlock is basically a cyborg, kind of like Victor Stone from the Titans, except they came about different ways. So I'm going to talk about the one that I kind of grew up with, which is the Michael Collins one. Now, I'm going to read this, right? So, computer programmer, neuroscientist, pacifist, grew up in Pennsylvania, PhD in prosthetics and neuroscience, master's degree in computer science. What does that tell you?
Fucking smart ass, super genius.
Well, in order to be anything in the comics and black,
yeah,
you got to be a fucking PhD something, right?
Yes.
So anyway, so this guy, he's a cyborg. So the way the Michael Collins Deathlock came about was there was a Deathlock called the Ravager that came in from an alternate universe, and there's a government dude, Riker. He wanted to capture, reverse engineer this character, this being, right? So they successfully did that, and they started creating all these, other cybernetic things, werewolves and all this other kind of shit. And so eventually Collins was working on his project, and then at some point he had a run-in with Riker. Basically, Riker shot him in the head and then took his body and parts of his body, and then made the version of Deathlock that I'm accustomed with, right? So
like took his pieces and made this one?
So Deathlock, yes. So
like
literally,
some Ship of Theseus stuff. We're gonna fucking destroy this guy and put these pieces back together.
Exactly.
And now look, I give you Deathlock.
Exactly. But he's not unlike Victor. So Victor got his cybernetic parts as a result of, again, the way I grew up with comics. There was basically a blob from another universe. His father was fucking around.
Of course.
His father was fucking around. Victor came in to spend time with his father. This entity came through, and before his father can contain it, it had eaten basically half of Victor's body. So his father built this body in order to contain the rest of his flesh, and that's how he became cyborg. Well, Manning, obviously, he got shot by Riker. And so what Riker did, so literally, Deathlock is only like a piece of face, a brain, and some parts of his body. So it's not even as much as Victor's.
Damn.
The rest of his body is robotic. So he's got he's maintained by nanotech.
Yeah.
So the the body metal integration is constantly like at battle with each other. So he got these little nanotech assemblers that constantly repairs the flesh part, right? And he can only eat this paste because there's no reason to do anything else, right? He has so little part of his human body that he only needs this paste in order to survive. His skeleton's made out of adamantium, and his muscles and cartilage and all this shit is made out of a steel adamantium alloy. So he's more robot than person. And the whole reason that they wanted to reverse engineer this cat is because they really wanted to use him militarily as a killer machine.
Yeah.
So part of his build is a CPU, a computer.
Okay.
And they programmed the computer. So the computer, like we was talking about with Dr. Doom, where his magic looks out for him, can take over. Well, they can program the computer, and then this guy Manning's a passenger in his body. And they'll send Deathlock out to do all kind of crazy shit, killing people, all this other kind of stuff. Well, on one of these things, Manning, his mind took back over, and because he's a pacifist, he don't like to kill, so he overrode the programming of the computer and stopped all this other stuff that the body was actually sent out to do.
Yeah.
So he's really designed to kill and destroy, but Manning is, has figured out how to. Manning or Collins? I think I said Collins. Collins figured out how to override the computer so that this body doesn't automatically just go off and do some shit.
Yeah.
Now, because he's mostly cybernetic, super strength, can lift 85 tons. He can actually do more than that, but the computer, it's kind of like with Franklin. Reed put some dampeners on him so he can't tap into his full power. Well, they kind of put dampeners on Deathlock so that he can't really tap into his full power. But theoretically, he can do 150 tons or more. The computer safeguards him from accessing these limits.
Yeah.
He's powered by a fusion generator, so he doesn't need to really eat other than his paste every once in a while. He has 3 energy weapons: a plasma assault rifle, a pistol, and a grenade. So he can shoot plasma beams, kind of like Tony with the Iron Man armor.
Yeah.
He can fly at supersonic speeds. He can move. He can run like 200 miles an hour. So he has a lot of stuff that's built into this suit because the suit was designed as a literal weapon, right? So some other comparison between him and Cyborg. So his cybernetic enhancements are basically advanced targeting and combat systems, right? His computer brain capable of probability analysis and tactical predictions. But because Collins is a passenger, the computer in Collins' mind is often at odds with each other. Cyborg, because of his enhancements, he can access the internet in any global database. He can actually change his body into weapons and tech interfaces. And he's integrated with Darkseid's mother box, right? So he can actually teleport to other dimensions. So I saw this character, oh my God, 20 years ago, I think. And I just never really, they made he came out in a show, I think it was, I forget what the show is, but the guy, I don't think they did a really good job of portraying him in the show, but he has been in the show. So he's been around.
Yeah.
He just has not ever been mainstream. Does he need to be mainstream? Probably not. But I think he would make like a low-level kind of, we talked about anti-hero, anti-villain.
Yeah.
I think he would make a interesting, maybe like a series or something like that.
Yeah.
But I actually like this cat. He's to me, he's on a level of a Taskmaster, not as far as a kind of an assassin kind of a person, but just that level of interest where I could watch him if they put him out properly.
Yeah.
Which they did not. but I don't think he needs to be, make a movie about him.
Got it.
Deathlock.
Well, here we go. Let's bring this up. Boom. So this is Deathlock.
Yep.
This is the guy you're talking about right here.
Yep.
Pieces of, he's cyborg. You got some fucking robot shit here. You got someone's half of, deteriorated face there.
Yeah.
He's a character I've seen. Like, when you bring him up, I know who you're talking about, but I knew fucking nothing about him.
Right.
Deathlock. Well, there you have it. Was this a request or someone you just, decided to drop on us?
It was a drop.
Okay. Well, 5-star Hidden Gem, Adrian. Y'all check out the Hidden Gem TikTok page where you're going to see a lot of this content there. Motherfucking Deathlock. All right. We got 2 quick things. I made a decision. We're going to move weapons to other stuff.
Okay.
But for sake of only comics, what would you give this movie on a scale from 1 to 10 weapons? Actually, you know what? Don't even answer that. Well, fucking answer it there. Did you enjoy this movie, Weapons?
Enjoy? No.
Okay.
Was it watchable? Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting there. I wasn't disappointed at the end.
Okay.
Like some movies, like they build up to something.
Sure.
It was pretty much mid throughout the entire movie, so it was consistent.
Got it.
So enjoyed, not necessarily, but it was watchable.
Got it. Okay. Well, we are going to do our full review on other stuff. Real quick, before we wrap this up with Agree to Disagree, the Marvel reading guide, the big, beautiful reading guide. It's big. It's beautiful. Everybody loves it. Ask anybody. Ask them all. It's black. It's for black people too, Adrian. Any type of people can buy this reading guide. All right, where the reading guide is going to start is Avengers Disassembled. And I got the first 3 pieces to this planned out. So it's the Avengers Disassembled, which actually pulls in some new Avengers comics. The second one is House of M, and the third one is Civil War. So next week, I will have a bundle prepared for this first section. Because to put all this in one bundle, dude, it'd be like fucking 20-something comics. So, I'm going to have that available next week. And if y'all want, just, hey, drop in the comments if this is something you're interested in getting the physical copies, or if you just want to read along through a Marvel app. And be clear, either way, fucking do what you want to do. This ain't no, hey, buy my comic, because trust me, you don't make fucking much off the comics. But I did want to provide at least a way for those that do want these physical copies to get them at a better price, because I don't understand how some of these comic book stores, where they price them, because I know they get them for cheaper than I do, and they fucking jack these motherfuckers up like the Punisher at a fucking Diddy party. So, yes. Anyway, so we'll have this first 3 set available, and I'll even have individual pieces too, because we're going to read, one comic's probably going to last us a couple weeks. Like, it's not, we got, it's fucking a lot. You got to read a comic, Adrian. Take some time.
Well, 'tis the season, because shit on will be watching.
Dude, it's perfect. You're right. It's perfect time for this, because we got nothing until Wonder Man. That's just one fucking 8-episode show or something. Right. I'm sure there'll be 22 minutes apiece.
Well, Hallmark.
Oh yeah, I know you might be busy at Hallmark.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do for the reading guide, where that comes into play, it's gonna be a free guide, and I will have a PDF or something you can download that literally walks you through the 3 different paths here. So one is through trade paperbacks, graphic novels, which we'll have available for purchase. 2 would be you going through and getting the individual comic issues. You're on your own for that. I don't know fucking where you're gonna find that shit. But 3rd being the Marvel app, which I think you'll probably use the Marvel app for yours. So, but I don't want y'all I want to give you a path where you can follow what we're reading, and we will treat them like movies. We'll come here each week and review whatever we read for that week. So I'll have that broken down next week. So the first package will be the new Avengers comic that contains the Avengers Disassembled story, House of M, and then Civil War, which you've never read Civil War, the comic.
No.
You've seen the movie, obviously. Yeah. And in these comics, you talk about Wanda and her power. You see that Avengers Disassembled really shows, I guess, how fragile being a hero can be. And I guess the cost of trust in comics. And you see you start to see the full ability of Wanda's power with the almost a mental collapse, I guess, in this, right? How the trauma, how the emotions affect her power and what she could actually do, and the uncontrollable nature of chaos magic. It sets up the formation of the new Avengers, which that will tie into this whole story as we move on. House of M, we've talked about that a lot. That picks up right after Avengers Disassembled. And then Civil War, we see the collapse of these, I guess, unity between these teams. It's freedom versus control. You see Tony Stark becoming the face of the Registration Act and Steve Rogers leading the, I guess, opposition. It's a really, really great story, and it does shape Marvel Comics moving forward. So that's the first package, the fall of the Avengers, I guess from unity to division, Avengers Disassembled / New Avengers, House of M, Civil War. So just drop in the comments, let me know so we can kind of anticipate some of these orders. Who actually wants physical copies? I'm gonna try to order them more in advance so we don't have some bullshit like the last time. And then I will supply a link where everybody can get the download next week. So that being said, I'm excited to read a comic, Adrian. It's been a little bit, you know. Yeah. We've been tied up with some of these movies and shows, and I'm ready to fucking read a comic, as they say online. And this line, and I'm also excited because you and I both have not read all of this. Right. So to get our kind of real time reactions, and there's some really good fucking stories in here. And it focuses on a lot of the characters that we talk about here week in and week out. Yeah. So that all being said, it's time, Adrian, agree to disagree. This is where I throw out my opinions at Adrian, and he lets me know if he agrees or not. And then a handful of people, they love it. Other people get upset. They get all butthurt. You know how it is. Sure. They read a comment, they tell them. That's how that phrase originated, from someone being butthurt. So it's why you have to read your haters' comments, Adrian. Yes. They inspire you. Absolutely. They help out. They shape the show. And that's probably a little bit of a stretch. Yeah. But anyways, are you ready? Let's do it. Agree to disagree. Number one. Dr. Doom is the perfect example of an anti-villain. Agree. Wanda absolutely needs to be in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Disagree. Okay. You're fucking wrong. I'm done. I'm leaving. The movie Weapons is overrated. Absolutely. In hindsight, Hawkeye should have been offed in place of Black Widow in Avengers Endgame. I agree. They say, hindsight's 20/20, right? But I even think in fucking foresight, they should have seen that, Well, there was a decision, and, Natasha, took the L. She did. So, but I think that would have played out better if she was still around. Absolutely. But then we wouldn't have had the Christmas Hawkeye show, so who knows? I could be wrong. Yeah, we had a Christmas Wanda show. Black Widow. No, you were right. It was a Freudian slip, but you're right. We need a Wanda show and a Wanda movie and a Wanda series. We just need Wanda here on the podcast. Sure. Number 5, Dr. Doom is an upgrade from Kang the Conqueror in the MCU. I agree. It's just you bring in your old car and you come out with a new one, Oh, you know how that fits, but okay. There's not a character arc in the MCU or any fucking thing the DCU has done that rivals Loki's character arc. I agree. It's top tier. It's the GOAT. Number 7, I think the people that say Doomsday is being rushed are fucking stupid. No, I don't want to be too mean. I think they're clueless. I think that they may be undereducated. Okay. All right. They're ignorant. It means the same thing, right? Ignorance, like uninformed, It's like saying fucking short and midget. I don't know. It's not the same thing. Shit. Okay. Uneducated, yes. Or maybe they're just haters, Adrian. Or that. Maybe. And last but not least, everybody watching, after you subscribe to the channel here and on YouTube, you should go to onlycomicsmerch.com. You get this amazing hat. You can get that amazing shirt. And if you want this Doom shirt, you can get that in the description too. You get whatever fuck you want. Or don't fucking buy anything. Fuck you. I don't really care, Notice one of those was not an option, and one was an option. Yeah, you have to subscribe. You don't have to buy shit, but fucking subscribe, Anyways, well, that is agree to disagree. That is pretty much the show, Adrian. It's a hell of a ride, as they say. Appreciate everybody staying with us, till the bitter end here, Bitter end. Not bitter. To the very end. At the very end. You can get more of us tomorrow on other stuff. We're going to do a deep dive into weapons. We're going to talk some more about some of these magicians or sorcerers. You know, what we're going to do, Adrian, is we got these three, okay? So we'll teaser here. We got Wanda, the GOAT, we got Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom. We're going to do a little versus. You and I are going to come up with who would be the best three to take these three on. 3v3. They're probably going to lose anyways, but who's going to give us our best option, okay? So stay tuned to that. Anyways, this is Only Comics. We appreciate y'all watching. Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
This is where we will discuss comics and only comics as you see today.
Yeah, and obviously we talk about some other stuff.
Obviously. Too. So anyways, Adrian, thanks.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week right here on Only Comics.
Peace.